Okay. Limo, please fetch me my ball. My ball. Run. Run. Okay, welcome everybody to another episode of the Overthinking Football Show. Of course, you know, there's normal shows on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then, of course, if Chiefs, Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, Bafana, Banyana are in action, we will be here covering the games as well. Let me just... So please let me know if there's any problems. If you can't see me, if there's some sound issues. TikTok, I know you have now caught up with me. Sorry about that. And then we're going to go from there, guys. I wasn't here yesterday because it was my birthday. So I had a little bit of a lunch with the other mokwena that you might see pop his head in every now and then. So I wasn't here, but we're looking at Orlando Pirates versus Siwelele. Let me just start the timer. We're a little bit behind, but there we go. Okay. So we've got Pirates versus Siwelele. In terms of context, the two teams, Pirates number 3 on the log right now, 7 games played, 5 wins, no draws, 2 losses. They've scored 9 goals, they've conceded 3 for a grand total of 15 points. Then, of course, Siwelele Samasokolara is number 12, 9 games played, 2 wins, 1 draw and 6 losses. They've scored 4 and conceded 10 for a grand total of 7 points. Then, of course, Orlando Pirates in the last 5 games have all wins. It's just been wins. The Pirates are win, and the last time they played was TS Galaxy, who they beat 2-0 midweek. And then before that was a Champions League 4-0 drubbing of DOD. Then, of course, Siwelele played Pirates on the 23rd of September. They lost 1-0, but then they came back and won versus Gallants with Coach Mkochana saying that no, they're turning the corner with the players that he's gotten in. Of course, up to this point, Siwelele hasn't been able to use players like Nurkovic, hasn't been able to use players like Abo Ohizu. Then, of course, they brought in a bunch of new players. You will see when I'm going to the starting lineup, the new guys that are in there right now. In the last game that these two have played, Pirates, of course, won that game 1-0. Then, of course, Siwelele FC, their starting lineup is as follows. Ulu, Moralo, Konyane, Mfolo Zipaliti, Potsane, Makele, Macheman, Zwane Saile, and Nurkovic. Then on the other side, you have Orlando Pirates, who have Chain Bogazi, Siyama Hoto, Libitso Nduli, Nemtajela, Fukeng Apolis, Moremi, and Mahopa. Now, I was saying that Nurkovic couldn't play, but then also they've brought in players like Mashiane, they've brought in players like Zwane, who's in the starting lineup. Zwane, one of the youngsters at Kaizer Chiefs, who everybody says has all of the potential in the world, but hasn't been able to achieve that potential at Kaizer Chiefs. Now, the two coaches are going to be facing each other. Of course, it's Wadu, Abdeslam Wadu, and then of course Mkochana Lethonolo Siema. Later on, guys, we're going to be back again for Mamelodi Sundowns versus Marumo Gallants. But in any case, thank you Mapule for the gifts. Oh, Priski, how are you? Okay, so hey, Pirates trapping it in the box. Is it a penene? Oh, penene already. Penene already.
How? Kanjan.
Okay, so Ref Wakwana has given that penalty there. Fukeng plays the ball into the box. Mahupaldinho takes it to the first touch, is brought down by number 27 Ukoyane, and Pirates has another penalty and another chance for Mahupaldinho. That was Mahupaldinho. Another chance for Mahupaldinho to score. What do I mean again? What happened last time? I'm just saying. Did you not see Mahupaldinho step up here? Okay. 3 minutes 32. Mahupa's got a penalty to take Pirates and put them into the lead. Let's see if Mahupa can do it again after doing it this past week versus TS Galaxy. Nazo? Okay. Marase again. Guys. Tirosta, I'm good at you, champ. Here comes Mahupa to take the penalty for Pirates. Let's see if he can score. Nazo? That's all? Mahupaldinho. Mahupaldowski. Oh, wow! King Pali. Ah, way.
Awukhona hali shem.
Mahupa unable to make the penalty count, hitting the crossbar, hitting the upright, even though he sent the goalkeeper the other way. So guys, but unlucky. Frisky says, Oscar, Tukelang Mahupa, guys, Oscar. What says Mahupa? What we came here for, says Michelle. Okay, Michelle, you're part of the GNU. Is the GNU together, the Government of National Unity against Orlando Pirates? Is it together, guys? Anyway, Pirates has missed their penalty.
Kasongo, yeah. Mombari nanga. Kasongo, mbona wewu.
Kimang sayang patya, Mongalia, and Tochele, man. Tochele, please. Mahupa missed that penalty on his own. Okay, Spony says, is that the goalkeeper cried during Chan? Was it? I'm not sure. I wish Siwelele can win, but hey, it's impossible. Is it impossible, Muledi? Because remember, this is the calling knockout. The calling knockout up to this point, since all the teams have been allowed in, has not been won by the big teams. Makesi are the holding champs. Stellenbosch have the first edition. Last year Pirates got knocked out by Makesi, I think in the first round or second round. Sundowns got knocked out by TS Galaxy at some point. Makesi beat Sundowns last. Anything's possible, guys. Anything's possible. Oh no, what are the scores? Tell me what you guys are saying the score is going to be. Me, I'm here for Apiwe Paliti. Oh, Paliti number 29. Says Michelle. No, Michelle, you're not just here for Paliti. You're here to hate watch Pirates. We're still going to make it, says Prisky. 2-0 says Ngwato. 3-0 says Ayabulela. Let's see. It's going to be interesting. So, we speak about Pirates and we speak about the opportunities that they have. Well, the lineups that they bring into the game. And what's interesting about Apolis is that the moment you see Apolis, you're probably going to see on the right-hand side Libito overlapping a lot, because Apolis doesn't play like a winger. He doesn't stick in the wing positions with Apolis. He likes to go out, he likes to come inside and play almost like a 10. So you're going to see him drifting quite a bit inside. What's going to be interesting is that I'm one of the people that called for Apolis and Mahopa because they seem to have an understanding of each other and how to play with each other. And Mahopa is willing to play that pass. I've often said, Apolis is one of the few players in the league that usually makes the right decision when it comes to passing or to shooting. Right? There aren't that many players that are willing to pass and willing to find that pass. So that's going to be very interesting to watch, I think, in this game. If Mahopa and Apolis can come together the way that they normally do. Apolis, one of the weaknesses, quote unquote, of Apolis is that he's usually an individual player. He's usually a player that wants to go score by himself, that play by himself, that wants to will the team on, which is great if you're playing a Tuesday game and no one has come to it, and you need somebody to push you through. But starting Apolis is an interesting choice from Ucoach. When it comes to Coach Siema, on his side, he has Nurkovic, he has Siwelele. And what I'm expecting to see is that wide play. That those type of balls that are Konyane, yellow card. That's number 2. You gave away the penalty. Why is that not a yellow? Ref. Why is that not number 2? Why is Konyane shaking? Free kick says Prisky. So there's a pageant miss penalty. So, oh wow. Hey Latina. Siwelele's lineup is strong, but Paris will win 3-0. Okay, so I was saying that you've got Nurkovic now, which if you play him correctly, you could exploit the one weakness of most of the PSL teams, which is balls coming in from the top. Nurkovic is somebody that loves high balls. Siwelele is somebody that loves running up the wing for those late runs into the box. So maybe we could be looking, well, not late, far post runs into the box. So we could be seeing that. Nurkovic is a little bit physical, but I'm seeing him playing on the wing already. Pirates have a free kick right in front of Siwelele's box. I don't know if they can get something in here. Guys, remember, it's an interactive show. You are able to join and tell me what you're thinking via the multi-guest feature. So you have to be on TikTok and following the account right now and click on the button bottom of the screen that has a blue figure, pink figure. You click that, you request, I let you in. But how it works is that for halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in. And then second half, I'm going to let everybody in if we can reach 25,000 likes. So I'm looking for 25,000 likes. Then the second half, everybody will be able to jump in and give me a minute of what they're thinking. After all that time, after all that setup, Muremi. Guys. After all that, it doesn't go like that, hating Pirates. Otherwise, the story pain will land. I don't know, please. Yeah, I don't know. You want to bet with me? I say Pirates will lose, says Khopa. Remember how you guys used to attack us with Matthews? I'm here to revenge that. What are you revenging? No one was attacking anyone. Why were you guys? It doesn't go like that, hating Pirates. Otherwise, the story pain will land to all the haters. I'm not part of the GNU. Is the GNU here? Is the GNU here? Seem to forget that Amstel and Brick Label don't go along. Oh, Kana Pirates. Pirates ran away from Amstel. I mean, from Carling. All of a sudden, Pirates ran away. Yeah, it's basically Orlando Pirates versus Kaizer Chiefs. There's a shade. I'm yet to see Zwane play, though. I'm yet to see Zwane play. On the 2, Moremi was celebrating, but it's like he's coming small. Here comes Pirates building up. The one thing you do get when Apolis is on the pitch is those long balls that Pirates likes to play, they stop because Apolis goes, hey, give me that ball. We will build it up. Kankani. This is Mbule's favorite tournament. Is it? Opa. Palisa, how are you? Mbule Mbata. Can't be from Mbata. Oh, ref. Abolamtutu. They go there. Usminyela. Nani niyazingenela. I-Chiefs mayidlala nje. Nonke nifuna ukungena nisitshele ukuthi lamtutu Niyasifanela the GNU. Le ndaba i-GNU yatshintshisana, guys. Yatshintshisana. One day you are hating Sundowns, one day you're hating Chiefs, one day you're hating Pirates. Guys. Group work. We're talking in terms of drinking. We don't know what that is, Michelle. Tinabanye aspuzi. Just by the way, Tinabanye aspuzi. This would be the orange juice knockout if it was up to us. But the friends of Stellenbosch, why, guys? Well, Stellenbosch is our daily bread. Pasamahupa, Hevanna. Oh, a bit early there, but okay. Support him. He doesn't do anything there. Nurkovic doesn't do anything outside of the box, man. Support him. I think Putani gave that pass in a little bit too early. Way. Dooley caught flat-footed there. Is the true man of the match is 100K? Is it? I don't know. I don't know. Don't want to lie. We'll all see it together. We're still going to be back for Sundowns at 8 o'clock. So those who want to hate watch Michelle's team We'll be back at 8 o'clock for Sundowns versus Marumo Kalans. Oh yes, it is 100K. Yeah, because I remember because Chipazeze won 4 or 5 of them. No, I remember. Yes, it is 100K. Defending champions, Makesi. Oh, the way Mbogazi answering Nekovic cutting. Nekovic is already tired. That piece, Siwelele, on the left-hand side of Pirates' big box, closer to the throw-in line. Here comes the... Here we go. Oh, shame. What happened there? Barring. Retake. Oh, that was such a bad free kick. Wow. Hey, Palisa. Yeah, that was a bad free kick. That was a very bad free kick. We were speaking. Oh, here it comes again. Far post. Nurkovic just over. Mbogazi vele namutswere softy the whole time there. We're speaking about this Siwelele team. So, in terms of the league, guys, if we talk about squads, right? Who are your top 5 squads? As in, on paper, you look at the players and you go, yeah, like for example, we'd probably say Pirates number 1, or I'd say Pirates number 1, Sundowns number 2. I'd honestly say Kukune number 3. I think Siwelele has a sleeper of a good squad here. I mean, to look on the bench and know that you can still get Pule to come on or Hizu to come on later on. I mean, there's not that many teams. So how do you guys feel? Your top 5 squads, what would they be? I think Chiefs would maybe be number 4, number 5 for me. Ow. Nkota, Habibi. Yeah, well, Lepasa, yes, Shane. Lepasa's there. Keegan Johannes was meant to go, but then he was called back at last minute. Okay, here comes Pirates. Oh, snuffed out. Ooh, Nekovic can't rap, can't play. That was a foul, though. Nekovic was the player there. Muledi says number 1 is Sundowns. Guys, what's going on with Mbule, guys? Can Pirates fans please tell us what's going on with Mbule here? Okay, 17 minutes in. Pirates still on the attack. Look, Pirates does seem a little bit disjointed. They haven't really been able to find that box as much as they should be finding it. I think it's because unlike what they normally do with the long balls, the build-up is a little bit... It's tough for them to build that ball up. But it does seem like Siwelele is going to sit back quite a bit. And if Siwelele sits back quite a bit, they're going to bring in a lot of people. They're going to bring in a lot of pressure onto themselves. So that's why it's tough because Pirates is struggling a lot with that build-up. I don't think we've seen Mfukeng. I don't think we've seen Machupa that much as usual. So, hey, Mbogazi. Like Siwelele shape, and when they lose the ball, man behind. No, I don't like every man behind, because what happens with PSL teams and every man behind is that they think that numbers is what stops you from scoring. They don't have the structure to follow it up. And Usiema is not necessarily a coach that is known for his defensive structure. So I don't know if I would say that I'm happy with the structure of Siwelele. What I am liking is that it does seem like they have some sort of counter-attacking philosophy that they want to play here. And the problem is that Nurkovic is becoming the player with the ball instead of there being another player who can play the ball in. Man. Sundowns, Pirates, Kukune, Chiefs. Number 5 is tricky, says Muledi. Okay, so Sundowns, number 1, best team in the league, according to Muledi. Number 2 is Pirates, Kukune, Chiefs. I'd like to throw number 5 in as maybe a Siwelele. Or Chase Galaxy. I think it's between Chase Galaxy and Siwelele. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I wasn't here yesterday, guys. My birthday was yesterday. But thank you guys so much for the well wishes for the birthday. Maraste says corner. One more year, then I start qualifying Youth League. Hey. Anyway, Molezi says number 5 is Chase Galaxy. Interesting. But Chase Galaxy how? Because Bozajmovic, that's a mile. Here comes a free kick from Pirates, right-hand side of Skukuna's defense. A little bit further than range where you'd shoot. So we are going to see a cross. Goes all the way through. How? Let's not trap. Yeah, one more year, then hey, I can't join the youth league. Thank you, Crazy T. We are 20 minutes into the game. It is still 0-0. It's been a quiet game. Let's be honest. It's been a quiet game. Pirates has been losing the ball quite a bit in the middle, whereas Siwelele is so focused on keeping defensive shape that they don't have a plan for going forward. And whenever the guys who's forward get the ball, it's sort of like whenever the guys who's forward get the ball, it feels like there's no support for them. There's no pass that they can make, you know. I thought Zwane would be way more active here, but it seems like Babam Kensakori defending more than. He's more worried about defensive positioning, because at times it looked like it's going to be a 4-4-2 with Nurkovic and Saile. Khopa, don't worry about me. In the 2000. My 2002, I won 2002. Let's see what Pirates could do here. 21 minutes in. Sham. It's not working for Pirates, eh? This thing is not working for Pirates. I take it back. I wanted Mahopa and Apolis. It's not working.
Guys, lang disappoint and elevator bahul.
Someone can help. Oh, Yabanna. Oh. Wrong run, Saile, but it's okay. Tanko, Koke. Tanko. Shakes are Wabana shakes. Kadile shakes. I'm trying to figure out, because I guess Uapolis is becoming like an 8-ish, a 6. But what's happening to him in this game is something similar to what happens to Tito. And then he goes to hide. So look, there isn't really a secondary pass in the middle. It's almost like you just wait for Pirates and you can get the ball. They'll give you the ball back. Okay, here comes Pirates again. Siwelele is not threatening, not even a little. Not even a little, Ketane, not even a little. But what they are doing is winning that ball back quite a bit. The problem is that they don't have a proper counter. Transition. They don't have a proper transition. Chain is on leave. To be fair, besides the penalty, Kulu is also on leave. Paris hasn't done anything here. To be fair. Oh, there's that first ball. It's so weird. Like, okay, in theory, you bring in Nurkovic, you play a long ball, he wins the first ball. But the problem is that I think Pirates has realized that they need to let the CDMs be the ones that challenge Nurkovic, or else you'll sit with a situation like Chiefs did versus Nurkovic, what are you doing? What are you doing? like Chiefs did versus Kukune, where your centre back is getting dragged out. So as soon as the centre back gets dragged out, that's when you have problems. So Pirates have solved that problem. Nurkovic wins the first ball, then Siwelele has to fight 3 players. What I'd like to see is a Zwane go central, right? Be the person that makes the centre back, the CDMs, the sixes, have to face someone, and then have Nurkovic be on the last line. Nurkovic should be troubling. Oh, here comes Pirates. Nurkovic, shoot! Why didn't they shoot? Here's the counter. Oh, so I guess it's Potsane, not Zwane. What is Zwane playing? Is Zwane playing an 8? I don't think it's a good idea to put Relay and Ozone at the same time. Yeah, I get that. It doesn't work, eh? The gap between mid and attacking players is just too much. We need someone to link them. For sure, Mlu. I 100% agree. Muledi says, yes, that's what a boring game. So you want this. You see what happened now. I think the problem was that it was Nurkovic who was getting the ball and having to play the ball out. But now I'm seeing Potsane seems to be taking the responsibility of, okay, guys, must attack. Are we going to go for 3, right? Zwane is a second 6. Is he? That is missing in both places. No shot on target for Pirates. You get what I mean, Ketan? So we're speaking about Siwelele. Mara Pirates is not doing any better. If we're being honest, they just have the ball. Here comes a corner, Nekovic goal. Overcooked corner all the way to the end. Here comes Pirates with a chance for them to counter. Relay. Topoy. Oh, relay. Ish. Siwelele has to be careful. Because if they do that, if there's one thing about Mfukeng, one thing about Apolis and them, they love a counter. They love a counter. And if Mfukeng can gain his confidence back and go directly at whoever you've got back there, the chaos that's going to be created is how Pirates scores most of their goals. What the relay is weak. Tyler says relay is weak. Ah, Tyler. Weak. I don't know about weak. Heban. Duly for what we are. Rev. Hey, Apolis. Hey, Apolis. The technique of that pass by relay is wrong. It should be an in-curler. No, but Tina, when we say our players are underdeveloped, people say that we're hating. Not that they're bad players, just underdeveloped. Nemulodi says Siwelele must win here. Mtembu says patience is key. Hey, I don't know. I think we should be asking the question as to why, when they get here, they're not up to it. Anyway, 27 minutes in. It is still 0-0 right now. Hey, our players have a long way to go. Yeah, but why? Not at a team like Pirates, guys. Pirates has all of the history. 1935, 90 years. 1937, sorry. 1937. All of those years, you're telling me that this is not a team that can develop players to be as close to the full product. And I say the same about both Chiefs. I say the same about both Sundowns. At least Sundowns shows a little bit of improvement with the players. Mara, you can't tell me that Pirates right now is not going to be able to do it. Attendance is on point. Yeah, it is, GT. It is. Tyler says Apolis is the cream, not relay. You guys have been forcing him. Oscar, you guys. Marala you guys. With no actual development is difficult. You get them at age 17. 100%, Zuva. I think my question becomes, what happens at 2021? You know, what happens every day here? Decision making is a problem for the entire PSL, not just relay. Cross the run. No. Potsani passing it too early. And Nurkovic didn't make a proper cross run, man. This is not rugby. You can't obstruct people. It's your Pirates. Lou says Nduli is costing Pirates today. No, I don't think it's Nduli. I think Nduli doesn't have options when he's got the ball. No one wants to come to him. And because Apolis is on the pitch, they're determined to play the ball out from the back. It's not going to work. It hasn't been working. No, I hear you, Velile. I'm not saying that losing the ball is not the problem. What I'm saying is that the grander problem is that Agna Muntom Sapotai. And I know it's reckless from him to lose the ball, true. Mara there's no one who's coming in to come fetch the ball, which is a problem that Pirates had before. The reason why they play the long diagonal balls is that the midfielders don't come and fetch the ball. And here, if Apolis is not fetching the ball, they don't know what to do. They have no idea. Tebogopetsane should have dinged that ball, says Ketane. Gonje Potsane was once a Kaizer Chiefs player. He was. Yeah. Sheikh says, so this season Relay has no single. Hey, I don't want to say anything. You guys said I'm a hater, so why can't we see the Siwelele lineup? It will come up. There is a Siwelele lineup. It should be. Let me see. If not, then that's my issue because I made one. Let me check. Wow. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Hey, thanks for showing me. I used to think Potsane was going to be a big player. I remember even Pitso used to be scared of him. Potsane was fire. Can Potsane naliko Riley M? It was fire. Him and Modi. Remember Golden Arrows Modi? Other problem with our PSL team, Siwelele will want to wake up after they concede one goal. It's the script. In fact, I think they've done a little bit better, but it's the script. It's the PSL script. Defend until you concede. Once you concede, you play everyone. And then you concede even more. I think the coach was supposed to introduce Apolis. Yeah, maybe Apolis is a second half player. Maybe Apolis is an impact sub. Thanks, Felicia, for the gifts. Thank you to Felicia, Ketane, Mapule, Crazy T, Michelle, Neo Jr. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Pirates is going to beat Siwelele. Siwelele plays like the Caf Draw, says Tepiso. Tagababa Velile says that penalty miss cost Pirates because we wouldn't be playing like this if the score was 1-0. True. Bold said Modi was my fave. It was bold. Bold said Relay the same number of goals and assists as Ribeiro for Sundowns in the league this season. Togelang Ribeiro. Pulebody has not reached the level he was at Arrows. There was a penalty, GT. Early, 2-minute penalty. Mahopa missed it. Kiole Porta. Now he gets to support his own team now. Mabasa In says, Lihle, Paris need to go to the market, get another goalkeeper. What happens when Chain gets injured? You're going to bring in Buteles. Oh. I think they need to rest Relay now. He's performing, but he needs a rest. Is he performing, Sandil? He shakes. Do I trust Butelezi? No. But he's there. Pirates trust him. Even Siwelele, do you trust Kos? guess I see why Makhupa is not called to Bafana now. Ah, guys, that's unfair. Raj should get the ball to Nemtanjela. Nemtanjela is hiding. Nemtanjela is hiding. He wasn't hiding in the last game. Oh. Oh, Bachaisan. Oh, Bachaisan.
guys, lan disappoint ene le batho ba baholo.
Well, really is there. They trust him fund is giving it all. I think we should have a serious talk about Mfukeng. You see this guy? You see this guy? This guy. Hey, Makhupa did that thing. He did a mayo. He did a mayo on Apolis. But Apolis wants a boo, man. Hotto with the ball in after the goalkeeper came out to meet Hotto. He played it in, but then Makhupa got to the ball before Apolis could put his foot there. The score is 0-0, guys. Otsanet Bloom Celtic was fire. Did you see how much they celebrated when he came back? Kinda he scored in the last game, didn't he? He scored in one of the games and they were like, yo, it's so good to have those who don't know. His missing penalties are fashion into it. Why don't you want to talk about Mfukeng? I've spoken about Mfukeng before. Oh, the Pirates fans had me. Okay. Emang. But I don't wanna. Makhupa did a Lepen Serino, also did a Mayo now. Siwelele in, Makhupa out. I knew Rats is gonna run out of steam. Siwelele Sama Sandawana, Lima Kosevan. Hey, GNU. Harealo, Tate Mulimela, Uite, Retwarane Kamato. Arialo, Tate khoza. Since I have to balance it out. Anyway, here comes Pirates, long ball out. I guess Pirates didn't have. Oh, there's no gameplay here. Relax, OT, second half belongs to Pirates. I'm a fan of football, guys. I've told you. Now OT is a shy tomorrow. Siwelele. Siwelele, guys. Siwelele, please. Focus, night team. Focus. Siwelele. Pirates is a good team, guys, but lack consistency. Does Pirates care about the Carling knockout? Can we have a serious conversation? Does Pirates care about the Carling knockout? Because you guys are serious about MTNH, you're serious about Nedbank, Mara. Carling. Ziyakhala khona all the time. What's your view? My view about Relay is simple. I think Relay is a talented player, but I think we are robbing Relay the chance to develop properly. And I think what's happening is that he's become a local superstar that has a lot locally, but is not going to add much to a team going forward. I think the experiment for the number 10, putting him in number 10, never liked it. To be honest with you, I think we should have been focusing on one thing with Urile instead of trying to make him do several things. So, and he's also at a very crucial stage of his career. Kota's going to develop so much more. And I don't know if Relay is going to be let go. You get what I mean? I don't think Relay is going to be let go. So he's probably going to be a very, very good team, a very, very good player in SA. Mara, I don't know about whatever. And Notito, me, they're facing a crisis of confidence, go Pirates. Because Apolis and even Bule, they've come in with real confidence. Like they've come in with that confidence that doesn't need a result or whatever. Apolis wants the ball every single time he plays. And I think that has overshadowed some of the more natural guys who were held up by the team in terms of their talent, you know. So, Mara, I think he should have left. I think Rile shouldn't be here right now for his own development. I always say my developmental thing is talent. If there's 10 things you need to know in a position, natural talent can give you 4 or 5 of them, right? The difference between the level that we are at and the level up there, for me personally, the big difference for me is that you need to go to places that can teach you the other 7, 8 things. The top of the top maybe have all 10, but the 7, 8 things that you need to know. Because what happens is that you're going to meet somebody who may be less talented than you. They know 4 of the things. You don't have another gear. They've worked on getting the other 5. So now these players have 8 or 9 of the things, and Mfukeng is really good in one situation. He's really good counter-attacking. You give him the ball, he's facing his defender's backtracking. The game is broken down. There isn't cover. It's mano y mano. Very good. But the rest of the game, ageko. The rest of the game, ageko. And he plays a lot of the games. He was not there for 80% of the games, but he could master that moment. That moment where he scores the goal, Pirates wins, or scores the goal, Pirates does whatever. And it kind of masked a lot of his weaknesses. You get what I mean? But anyway, I'm saying too much. Makupa needs to be benched. He's missing a lot of opportunities. What's happening? He's 20 now. I think he needs to find himself the under 20 squad. Sandile. We do care, like the way Sundowns care about MTN. Maravelile. Oh, ball, Makupa. Oh, what a ball. Sis. Kimuremi. Ah, sis.
Awa guys, lang disappoint enele batho ba baholo.
Makupa, what a ball. That's the ball Makupa wants. That's the ball. Only if you want Makupa to score, that's who you need to play. Relay was overhyped too much for PhD. Pirates can't face Devon City. Yes. Are there still teams looking at Relay? I don't know. I don't wanna speculate. Pirates is doing what Sundowns has been doing, bring competition to a team. Police is a hard worker. Go ahead, Sandile. What do you disagree with? No. Pirates just missed. We're doing well. Why is the game not at SABC 1? Could be right. I don't know. So Jen says, Wadu has been cooking. Wadu went back to the formula. Even this formula, yeah, police. I don't think it's working for him, eh? Anyway, 42 minutes in, we are heading to half time. Please remember 5 people. I'll let 5 people in, and then we'll speak about it. But then, yeah, there we go. It does seem like this game's going to go 0-0 unless Pirates can counter. Make the runs. Oh, you're going to hold the ball. Ish. This Pirates team, as it is made for counter-attacking, man. Made for counter-attacking. The spaces between the players. Hey, Pirates. Princess, Pirates will concede a goal, Eban. Zigzag the run. Nekovic, go! Nekovic, man. Oh, Potani, you keep making that pass so early, man. Oh, Potani is rushing. He's had three chances where if he just took a second, he could have played the ball, a perfect ball in. Oh. Mahupa missed the penalty. Yes, Tompo Mahupa missed the penalty. Tepo says Pirates is losing today, seriously. Mara Tepo, I'm looking, Bitso, I'm looking at that profile picture, Bitso. I must take it with a pinch of salt, ne? Look, it's the spaces. So then when they try to look for a player, you have to look for a long pass, and Siwelele is just intercepting that pass. I think if Pirates was coached by Pitso, it would win the league this season. Wow. He would break a lot of your players, though. Coach Pitso would break a lot of your players. Pirates won't lose unless Siwelele gets a goal first. Hey. Look at the spaces. Now they don't have anybody. Everybody's lining up somewhere else instead of coming to help the person with the ball. Jose, guys, yegelana maruma, guys. Yegelana maruma. Coach Zombona, when he does that picture, having signed the contract. Only Sundowns system will make Pitso win this league. Well, he would change it, Kankane. I'm worried about Potsane's finishes. That's the final pass from Potsane. The prize money is 20, isn't it? Let's stop playing. We all know Pirates will win this game. I wonder, not in this tournament. Pass the ball! Uyenza so Sahil. This is the Sahile we know. I told you about the two-man counter. The two-man counter, and then what they do is stretch that defense. Nokovic was perfectly positioned there. Sahile.
Kasongo, yeah. Mombari nanga. Kasongo, mbona wewe.
No, guys. So when this game ends, guys, I don't want to hear, Pirates had chances. Moremi messed up and they missed the penalty. But when we're speaking about this, don't forget about chances like those ones, since we like to give them to the other teams. No, I mean, Rista. I like to see like football, man. Play the right pass. Do the right thing. The thing I always say about Mahupa, play the right pass to Mahupa and he'll score so many goals. Moremi missed a guilty chance there. Ooh. Sahile. Sahile. Yeah, finally, Rev. That's like the third or fourth tackle, reckless tackle Khanye has made today. Finally. He gave away the penalty. He dropped the other player for the free kick. Now, this is the third time. He should have already been in the book. Yeah, it was supposed to be on the red. Khanye was supposed to be on the red right now. They let him go because you can understand the penalty one because you don't want double jeopardy. Mara, after he's done the penalty one, at the very least you get a yellow card because that should be a warning. You know? Aye, Prince. Mara, we can't take you anywhere, Prince. Mara, Prince naye ukhuluma ngezinye izinto zakhe. Ayakhona wena. Dirty player. Hey, Nina. Rev. Rev. Hotto to take the free kick. Could this be the goal that Paris needs to go in halftime with the lead? Let's see. Tries to hit it low. Near post, Rev. Halftime, please. Danko, halftime. Okay. let some people in so we can have a conversation about what it is that we're seeing here. Yeah, but why? What does that have to do with anything? Evan. Guys, I'm sorry, there's something happening here. Oh, TV. Oh, TV, Prince. Hey, Prince Nai. Guys, apologies. I don't know what's going on right now. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Mapagania. Onjenina, ipagania maldala. You guys don't want to jump in. Ngoba niminile ni frya macanda, ni boila macanda, and funa ukugena, but it's okay. Tyler, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Hey, OT, I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
Hey, can you just play that song again?
Which one? The Kasonga?
Kasongo, yeah. Mombari nanga.
I love that.
Kasongo, mbona wewe.
Kasongo, yeah.
It's not Kasongo time yet, Mara Tyler. Is it Kasongo time?
But it's giving Kasongo this match, man. It's giving Kasongo. It's giving Kasongo. No, I think OT, we're seeing what we always see in the PSL. We're seeing a team that's applying a low block, trying to catch them on the counter. I think they tried to get away with that. If Siwelele would have, been stopping a product of Chiefs, you can tell he's a product of Chiefs, that one. He's doing what he was doing there with Chiefs. That's why Chiefs was not winning. He was supposed to pass that ball so that Nikovic can just tap it in. I think the experiment, really, hey guys, we need to have a conversation about Rele. Yeah. Is he really a good player? Oh, it was just he found himself in the right places and then he scored. Yeah, really, guys, like I don't see any. No, I've never seen anything. Even when you guys try to compare him with Ribeiro, I'm like, this guy's. I really like. Do you guys know football? Ribeiro was a complete player. Things that Ribeiro could do, really could not do. Half of the things Ribeiro could do, really could not do them. And you still compare him with Ribeiro because he was scoring goals. Now they are about our police. Our police is overshadowing a lot of them there.
Tito.
What you call our Tito, Mufukeng, and those boys, they are new boys now. Abu Moremi, and that boy is excellent. He's good. That boy. He's a proper, football player. And really, we're seeing really is diminishing every now and then. Every game he plays is diminishing. I don't know what's happening. Maybe Hugo Boss was right. Maybe it's in his head. He needs to speak to someone. But I think just don't play him often. Sometimes you just need to take him out and introduce him in the second half. I think also the introduction of Orlando Apolis in the first half was premature for the coach. He was just supposed to introduce him as an impact player because when he comes in, he's really good. Even now, he's good. Pirates is going to win. There's no doubt about it. Pound to pound, the players is Siwelele. They're not that good as the Pirates players. They overload the midfield. Pirates very, very strong. And Otoka going up. Thanks, OT.
Time. I'm gonna come back. Let me go to Boggs. Boggs, champ.
OT. Yabo. Hello.
O ring man. O ring ka gaming.
Nah, man. Tyler, alright. I've been telling you about this Pirates players. Tyler alright ka Mofokeng on one thing. Mofokeng is a 6 months player who came in and shined only for 6 months, and now people think Orchestra. I told you that there's a new shiny new toy in the house called Police. There's now Muremi who's shining that Pirates, and I tried to warn a lot of Pirates fans. No, every 6 months about like a new player and is a star, is a star, is a star, and the player is not fully developed. But Mudina had time to develop over time. I love his peers. But no, he has to help them win the league. This is the result of why Mufokeng is not playing very well right now. Because right now there are new toys in the house, new players in the house. A new PlayStation has come out. They are replacing PlayStation 5 with PlayStation 6.
So
Now
do you think
PlayStation
that
6 is in the house.
do you think that Relay can come back here? Do you think that something must change? What must Relay do to take him to the next level?
It's up to Pirates. It's up to Pirates if they really want to develop players, or they just want players to come in to be a quick fix for them, because they are not developing players here. They are just taking players who are already talented and putting them in the first team to just try and help the first team. But yet the player is not really ready and well fully developed to become a star, because Bamutina ya chance ya hore ebe a star se handle se fully developed, because but I matter in the first team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
okay. Bongs, very quickly, what do you say about Siwelele in this game?
Siwelele just sitting back and countering, and to make it worse, but Sahile are missing a lot of chances in this counter attacks. They're gonna rue the chances they miss, because Orlando Pirates come second half. You know how Orlando Pirates are one second half. Just one goal in and they'll win the game.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go to Agent. Agent, brother, welcome.
Hey, birthday boy, how are you?
I'm old now. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling old now.
Okay, birthday man.
Happy birthday, OT, happy birthday.
Thank you, Bongs.
Yeah.
Belated.
There's an English called belated, guys. Belated.
Thank you, Agent. Thank you, my man. Carry on now.
Cheers. I think let me start with the first thing that so like I think let's start here. I think I once made a comment that for me, I see Omofokeng playing like an old version of Messi.
Okay.
You know, the later version of Messi, 35, 34 Messi, is not involved in the game, comes in pieces and whatever. But when he has the ball, something happens, right? And hence I was always against him being a winger, because for me, a Paris winger is a busybody.
Hey, but no, is
know?
that Tyler? Mute Mo.
No, it's not me.
Oh, it's Agent. Hey, man.
Sorry, yeah. So it's a later version of Messi, where in terms of performances he comes in and goes, but when he has the ball, you see a moment of magic.
Yeah.
I think we have to see him in that light, that he's not gonna be a Nkota who's always gonna go full force at you. He's gonna come in pieces and moments, and when he does, he's gonna deliver the final blow. I think people miss the fact that I think he made 3 opportunities that I count. The one that was the penalty was another through ball, and there's another one that got intercepted. Those were brilliant moments of Mufokeng that if it went otherwise, no, it's not the toilet. The lady of the house is cooking, so we're not there. So yeah, there's that, right?
Okay.
And then I think I wanted to say, it has been a high intensity game where it's like every team is going 120 per hour, in the first 15 minutes, and no team wanted to cool down the game. And I was wondering, will Celtics be able to do that for the entire game? I think that's my only concern. But I think they came into this game trying to match the intensity of Orlando Pirates, and they're going well. But his defense is reckless. I think Pirates should have gotten 2 penalties.
Yeah. Konyane.
They should have gotten to. They're very reckless. And then I have to say, the referee is very fit. I think we have to applaud him for that. Every pun intended there, because he's able to keep up with the game, and it's just that he's excited with the whistle. She's excited with the whistle. Every foul in the beginning was refereeing for it. But yeah, thank you.
CJ, showstopper. CJ?
Kotsokimi, let's go Kotsokimi. Let's go Kotsokimi. Belated birthday, my man. Belated birthday. I hope you had a blessed day yesterday. Listen, I think Siwelele, let me start with Siwelele. The reason why I'm watching this game.
Or
Chiefs light.
Yeah, or Chiefs.
I Chiefs light. I don't think this false nine system is working for them.
Yeah.
For the love of God, I don't see why Nukovic is going to be on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. We saw this with Stuart Baxter. It doesn't work. Instead, it causes a lot of injuries on him as well. And Saile as well as a false nine, that also doesn't work. I think we saw this thing, the Chiefs, they don't work. I think I would have played Saile on the left and play him as a winger and play Potsane on the right and play Potsane as a winger as well and have Nukovic to stay in that box and to make those early runs. I'll bring up Samkelo and play him as a 10. To be able to feed, to regulate the game and to cool the game down. Because this transition football of running, when you don't have your aids that are pacey, for me, it doesn't work. Now, in order for you to get the ball as quickly as possible, it means that either Saile comes into the middle, Potsane comes to the middle, Nikovic comes to the middle, in order to transcend and turn the game faster. And because the truth of the matter is this, Paris centre backs are very slow. They're very slow. They're physically but slow. And I think that's why they're getting a better of Mbogas. We're not seeing the Mbogas that we know it because of such pace. So I'd have them on that line and have a quicker 10 that can turn around. Maybe the game would flow a little bit. Magaman, I like him. I like what I'm seeing back from the injury. And I think is going to be a force to be reckoned with in this PSL once it gets its groove going. From Pirates side, guys, let's understand this. Only Kaizer Chiefs produce players that can play in 3 to 4 different positions. It's only Chiefs where you can have your Chabalala plays a 10 as a winger and as a false 9. Abongobo plays a 6 as an 8 and as a 10. You only find that in Chiefs. Other than that, DJ Jani, now look at him at TX Galaxy, he plays as a wing. We knew him as a right back. Now he's at the left wing. That's Chiefs material. Chiefs produces players that play in different positions. Abo Blom, right wing, CDM, 8 as a 10. This is a Chiefs thing. We really must just stick to one thing. Play him as a wing. Let him, don't confuse his life. He's not developed that way. Remember, he didn't get the natural inner development. So let him play in one position. and I agree with AJ for once that he's a moment player. He's a moments player. He is just a moments player. And when he gets those moments, which has been the case in the previous years, those moments work, they get the highlight, and then we think that he's a quality player. And I like that. And I like that. He's a player, he's a game player, he's a moment player that can win you games. That is really, we can't take that away from him. He has those moments that can win you games. But once you shut him down and you push him to the right, you don't allow him to cut in, then you don't see the best. And as you said, what happens when, and I think Terry Andre said this in one of those shows, that as a player, what happens when you are being pushed where your skills are limiting you the most? And I think that's what we need to develop in regarding to him. Because we know he wants to cut in, but what happens when he gets pushed to the left?
For time though, for time, I'm gonna come back, but I wanna go to Vuyo. Vuyo, welcome. Tell me what you saw about first half. Vuyo.
Thank you for the opportunity, my brother. With the eyes of football, with everything, with the without fear or favor. What a good coaching from Ronaldo Siema. The planning of the game behind everything with a team that have been struggling. No one thought that they can play the way that they are playing. They are playing behind the ball. The setup, the position that he positioned the team, it was very classy. I'm worried about how long can he maintain those things, because if you remember, most of the players that are playing today, they got a lot of injuries. They are coming from injuries. Magaman is been out for a while. Nokovic was also out, so for a while, not even having a team. So you can see, man, some of the players, they are still gelling. It's not easy to make a team in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. It takes time. But I was very impressed with Litlokoro Siema, with the planning, with the structure. I think if was Potsane was able to hold sometimes the ball, release the ball at the right moment. If you are not sure where to pass, take them on until they foul you. Because sometimes in football, you can't release the ball when you are not sure, OT. Because the minute you release the ball when you're not sure, you're passing exactly the opponent. So those things you don't need as a mature player, and you're a player that you've been playing in the professional more than 10 years. We don't expect some of the things. But the way they set up, the way the former Kaizer Chiefs, Siwelele, turned out that defender, Orlando Pirates, he was supposed to do something simple. Just put one touch, come close, and then the defender, when he wants to commit himself, you lay the ball to Nokovic, is a goal. You go and celebrate. But otherwise, Orlando Pirates is playing well, is playing as a team. And OT, let's see the second half, what is going to do. But OT, one day I wish to have you with you this conversation of South African midfielders. We are very, very poor. The South African midfielders, how many assistants they are doing per season? How many direct pass that they have per season? Those things, it matter, OT. Thank you very much, my brother. Continue getting old.
Thank you. Okay, very quickly, guys. Tyler, score prediction.
Pirates, 2-1 or 2-0. Introduce Mbule. Siwelele, stop this experiment. Yes, a false 9. Take out Rele, introduce another player. 2-0 Pirates.
Okay. Bong's prediction.
Okay, by the looks of it, since Siwelele are just low blocking, if they can take that one chance they're going to win this game 1-0.
Mara, Oscar Eve, Wabafa.
Ke ba offer 1-0 Siwelele.
Okay. Agent, score prediction.
Can I stay on the live? Hey, Ratu, we need to talk after this live. So can I please stay on the live?
No. It's a free country.
I think yes, I need to continue speaking. I think 1-0 Pirates, not 1-0, 3-0 Pirates, because I think once a goal comes in, 1-2 easily come in, and then all the good work of Celtics then become null and void. But 3-0 Pirates.
Hey, it's
but I'm staying with the life.
Let me bring in CJ. CJ, score prediction.
Prince must do himself a favor. Do not follow the ref on Instagram, my man. You're gonna kill yourself. But anyway, I see 0-0 penalty. Siwelele go through.
Yo. Okay, no, guys, for time, guys, the game is on. Thank you to the guys that jumped in halftime. I see we got over 25K, so I'm going to keep it open. Everybody will be able to jump in and tell me what they're thinking. I can say about others who are getting into trouble. I don't know. But, okay, guys, remember, my timer doesn't go up to 90, so you have to add 45 to whatever the timer says. So right now, it says 3 minutes 20. It means it's 48 minutes 20. I'll give you my quick thoughts before I let people come in. Number one, I think Siwelele came into the plan. I think the plan is to absorb as much as possible, hit on the counter attack. That is why you're seeing Saile and Nurkovic. Nurkovic is just a little bit too slow. So in the beginning of that first half, he was playing a lot deeper and he was losing the ball quite a bit because we know when Nurkovic, when you give him time, and he has to do something, he usually loses that ball. They sort of changed that up when they pushed up Upotane a little bit more to try and make it a 4-3-3 type of situation, because what was also happening was that Nurkovic was winning the ball before the defense. He was winning the ball quite a bit, the first ball. But because Pirates was smart enough to send Nduli to him, or Nduli or Nemtanjela to him, it was just a case of sweeping up when the ball had gone through, right? So they pushed both of them up, him and Saile up, and they brought in Upotsane to chase. Keeper. To chase, and that made it a 4-3-3 on the counter. Pirates needs to watch out for that. Libito obviously has to push up because at the end of the day, he's covering Apolis. Apolis is not going to play as the winger, so Libito's gone, Hoto's gone. They're leaving the guys with the two, and I think Malume Kutso, if he's here, is going to speak about this, but Bogazi hasn't felt like the Bogazi of old, and what's happening is that that counter of Potsane, Nurkovic, and Saile is just putting the Pirates defense in a few tough spots. Even though Saile should have passed in some of those cases, even though we know the final ball from Potsane has been lacking. When it comes to Pirates, I think there's too many gaps. That gap between the defense, the midfield, and the attack is way too big. And what's happening is that even when they try to play it out, because Apolis is on the pitch, when Apolis is on the pitch, they try and play. But they're trying to play the ball out. And what's happening is that because there's no spaces, Nduli, instead of having to make a 5-meter pass, he has to make a 10-meter pass. And Siwelele are just picking those balls off. And the supply going forward to Borile is non-existent right now. So Aborile, Abo Mahopa, Abo Apolis, you even see Apolis waiting for the ball. Abo Muremi, the four players are sort of disconnected from everybody else. Right, and then a long ball always loses it, but it's not the normal long balls that Pirates play. It's an internal long ball, like you see how Apolis was trying to find a player there. They're just picking them off very easily. But enough about that. It is 0-0. Let me bring in some people. Chiefs. How team guys? Please request early. Just request so I can let you in, or else you're gonna listen to other fans speak about you. So, welcome.
Away, good man. Hey, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How about you send them a gift? How? Happy birthday, happy belated.
Ngicela let's galaxy abantu bangishange bomb, but it's fine.
Uti, do you remember those days when teams used to camp, for my games, like especially my cup games?
Yeah.
Bahambe, bashiya abafazi emakhaya for the whole week, I think umbokazi uthola umfazi.
This is what Malume Kutso said. Malume Kutso said this.
Uthola icheri umfethu akasakwazi
umqedamandla.
Ile story saka ngubani
Saka Samson.
Saka Samson exactly, yabo. Mele bayibhekisise, mele baba encourage ukuthi bake bahambe bayo camper man. Nabo Kaizer Chiefs mele bayenze lento lesi. Because isiwelele siyadlala nethi ukuthi i-midfield yakhona i-flat kakhulu, yabo. So aba transition man, indlela aba transitiona ngayo ayikho perfect. Usayile ugreedy, and I think lento ithola Kaizer Chiefs baqinisile. It's ama play Kaizer Chiefs are greedy. Sababona nabo Lileko nabo Mayo. Uyithola Kaizer Chiefs because he had his head up lapha umbonile uNukovic, but he still went and ukuthi ashayele la ball. So yeah, bazowakhumbula lama opportunity. but I think they have it in them to win this one. Pirates have been able to break that low block a lot of times as well. So yeah, it's a 50-50 game there. Yeah, look, I get transition. But I hope Siwelele win. But I just wanted to say happy birthday, man. Happy belated.
No, thank
Mina
you,
wasendile mama flowers lapha.
Ngiyabonga, guys. No, thank you so much, my brother. Let me bring in Umtakababa. Velile.
Baf.
Vele wena ufuna ukungibona half time. Ufuna
No,
ukuthi ungene.
no. Nanoma ngaba si-request elimele usilinde kudlala thina awukwazi ukuphuza njalo qala makudlala iPirate qala ufake izinto aqala zilandelane zonke
15 minutes.
kahle ngane kamama
Nisayokhuluma, nisayofraya, nisayenza
sibukele la kumele yithi esidlala thezo yithi esuke siminyile kumele sikhokhe umoya before so request abakwazi ukunjalo makudlala thina ngidlala ngena bona kuyoqala ngiyazi qala ubongs ezutile ezusije njalo agent hayi makudlala thina please cela i-chance lethu hayi kabi bafowethu awu kahle the furious awu and futhi ubokhuza mntaba bangazoba ibhola aselazo silibona ngendlela engafani usibona ngendlela ukuthi siminyile ukuthi iPirates idliwe umbokazi only lost one battle he won all of them only one la bhito kusayini how can you be a bad player winning all your titles mawudlala ibhola must surely you are bound to be beaten once ibhola leli ayikazi
udilela umphethe
akunadilayela next umbokazi won out of all his 12 lokunjani he won 11 of them he only lost one that's a football player ayakuzingazumela awine wonke athi uNkulunkulu yini kahle
itrim babona ithathwe ile trim the moment ashama trim athi
kahle ngani kama sidlala neteam egijimela all men's against the ball behind the ball wonke team badlala abadlali basinika ibhola bafuna ukudlala on counter attack surely we have to try something but if ayiphumelele ngeke siva nje so totally one goal la yoshintsha yonke lento le iyo ngisho le penalty kamalo is coastal kuba ingenile bengeke sikubone wonke lo buhlolo yonke le nkulumo ekhona ngo half time bengeke zibe khona akithi manje siyazi le nkulumo iqhamuka from the house of pain and the meaning aba relax bomoya phansi ngakutshela ngathi mina ngazi abantu ayibathanda uku-invite ipain sekudeni nabo bayathanda ukuzilandela iy'nkinga esekudeni nabo aba-relax and just watch the game sizoyiwina nje basijwayele nje hayi akunakakuko uyabona abaye basafa ku-Rivero namanje ngasho ngathi uRibero ushiye ipain kwabantwini namaye basakhowuda yena uRibero nanamhlanje yekelani ngane abantu ihambile asingene nje lapha ey'nkingeni zenu hawu ngiyabonga mdakabo ngiyabuya makuphela igame la ngibe sengiwinile.
Hey, okay. Hey, ti ungekele uphume.
Noma qeda sicela ungena kuqala makuphela la abanye ababili
request aniqala. Hayi, request aniqala. Hey. Hey, alimeli mina. Ichiefs badliwa la.
Uthi ukhuthu referee ufit ngoba lama players ama-physical bengona red card ikhona la he doesn't even judge ama-fouls lana akazelanga into kumele ayizele ureferee lana. There's nothing fit about ureferee la ngazi bubufit mhlawumbe mina ngirong ukuthi agent bakasho buphi but ngizoyibamba nje lapho there's nothing nje
nabona ke liso mina ngizingeni 56 minutes can still lila ya ngizingeni hey
sabafo nawe futhi ubonga uyabuya uyaphi ubonga awume
ubonga uyeza ngikulandela
awukahle this show is supposed to be called overthinking and bongs now uhlala khona ubongs bakudlala ngakahle
request ayizwa kulomuntu requestayo
hayi akambe kancane sibukela ibhola so ubona 80 minutes
bheka tingifake nomunye
hayi kuza ngobongs ulando munye futhi
yes one time box
Oti.
Urika game box.
Don't take a shape. Let's see where you can.
Box, come back. I pressed by mistake. Boa box. In the meantime, Preston.
Obuti, ujang.
Gishabu guy, Preston.
Sharp man. Eh, Gishabile game.
Yeah.
But I think Pirate they will rule all the missed chances. Yeah, I think they're going to rule the missed chances because
if you can look at Siwelele, they're very dangerous, especially the breaks.
Yeah.
Their counter attacks is very good. I think Saile there, he made a blunder on the first half where he was supposed to pass the ball to Nokovic. But Pirate, the way Badalanga thing, they're using a lot of energy, man. When OT, I think they're losing a lot of energy, especially going for, because they're just. I think they're just rushing their attacks. I don't know if maybe my observation is not what matter. They are just rushing to go forward. Hence, they are making a lot of misses, especially Momopet, because I think game plan ya coach ya Siwelele we lebelletse or Pirates they are going to come at them. And they are going, I think towards the 70 something minutes they are going to burn out. Unless maybe the coach, maybe a change, maybe a refresh. But I see an upset when I OT. I see an upset. I don't know, but then I see an upset.
But Prasan, are you? Can you tell me a little bit about Pirates? It feels like they've got 5 or 6 players that are waiting for the ball, and nobody's coming to fetch the ball. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, hence I'm saying when I OT Hore, I think they're rushing to go forward. If they were patient enough to wait, especially play on play the departments, because the more they are going forward, the more they are going to vulnerable, the more they are going to be vulnerable, especially the counter attacks that Siwelele. Remember Saile, is very quick, and then if Bagabas Basa Tlokomele going forward, Kamkoba pushing the numbers, especially to want to go to score. I think that is going to be their downfall, because if Siwelele can score only 1 goal, then I don't see them coming back.
Okay, no, Preston, thank you so much, guys. Remember, 60th minute. 60th minute, it is 0-0 right now. The only change that was made up to this point was Mariko coming in, but then we have seen Mabasa speaking to the coach on the side, so we're probably going to see that sub imminently. Bongs?
No, as I was saying, OT.
Yeah.
Yeshebile Siwelele and their counter-attack spearheaded by Saile. Saile is showing something you know. He's not in connection with his teammates. So I used to make a joke about this thing, you know, people go to mountain bike climbings and go-kart racings, go Kaizer Chiefs a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I find to Renavi what he was doing then. He was trying to connect players to become a team. Something that shows Saile is not connecting with his teammates. He's trying to do his own thing, become the hero of the team, instead of just trying to pass the ball in the right position so they can score. They can win this game against Orlando Pirates, who are ruining their chances that they are missing. Because now it could be an upset that just happened like last season when Pirates got an upset against Magesi. It could happen again. Only if Saile could pass the ball at the right time to his teammates, because now Saile is not passing the ball.
Can I ask you, Box, what do you think of Zwane? As somebody who Zwane was part of your team, we're seeing him at Siwelele now. How do you feel about him and his performance right now?
Right. Zwane is trying to get back to Kaizer Chiefs, where he can start being lazy again. He's not really making me see him in another eye for playing for another team. Because you know, everyone wants to come to Kaizer Chiefs to become lazy. They are not playing to become good players. They're just playing to go to Kaizer Chiefs and become lazy players who sit there and get paid a lot of money doing nothing for the team. So Zwane, I don't see anything he's doing that's gonna benefit him better, so that he can come back to us. So I'm not impressed with him as of yet.
Okay, no, Bongs. Thank you so much for guys. We've seen some changes.
No, they cry when I bash my players, I care. They cry when I bash my team, I care. But I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you the truth, what I'm seeing. From training to the pitch to the actual game itself. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I'm not just saying things because I'm saying them. You can see it, you too, OT.
Yeah.
You can see it.
For time, I'm gonna jump in because there's 63 minutes in. Guys, we've just seen us Sub Mfukeng has come off for Siwelele, and Zwane actually has come off. Pule has come in. This is where I land on the Zwane conversation. I think my thoughts about Zwane were created by the Carling knockout game that he played with Jose Rivero. Because even in this game, Potsane is usually a winger, but Potsane was playing more of a 10-ish type of role than Zwane. And Zwane keeps getting given this number 6, deep number 8 role. And I'm like, I don't understand why that kid is there, because he looks great when he's playing 10. You know, Jose Rivero used him in 10 and he used him very well in 10. So maybe Shane is correct here that maybe he's just in the wrong position and we are judging him off of that, because I don't understand. I think this was a good game to experiment, because what Pirates showed us was that their midfield is non-existent. You know, they've taken off Udai Dengmanje, Unduli, Mariko's on the pitch, and you couldn't see anything flowing through the middle, which was why I thought maybe Zwane would be a better option as the 10, but Upotsane seems to have taken over that role. When you look at Pirates, on the other hand, I still feel like they're so far ahead. How it feels, this is how it feels. It feels, you know, for those who've played, when you've scored 2 goals and you want that 3rd goal, the hat-trick goal, and you start waiting up top, like you start waiting. Muremi was waiting, Apoli started waiting, Mahupa's waiting, So all of the players that were playing in the front part of the pitch were all waiting for the ball to get to them. And what then happens is that because you've got 4 players up and you've got a 10 maybe that's up, and Nduli doesn't have a place to put his pass. So they were trying to build up from the back, give it to the defenders, give it to Nduli. Nduli magajiga, agnabantu. And now he has to play a longer, more riskier pass, which then loses the ball. You know, so it was very interesting to see Pirates in this game, because even with that approach, yes, they had the Moremi chance that should have been taken. Yes, they had the penalty. But outside of that, the Pirates hasn't been playing in this game. They haven't been up to this in this game. Yeah, Konyane finally comes off. There was a red card waiting to happen. Should have been a red card already in this game. So I guess the question that's going to be asked of Siwelele is going to be, how are they going to finish this game? You know, they've already stopped with the counter-attacking. They've already stopped with that type of play. So are they just going to hold out? Or can Uhizu's on the pitch, Vincent Pule is on the pitch. Can they maybe inject something nyana for them to get something from this game? Look at the spaces. Look at the spaces. Do you see? Do you see? And then what happens is even your defense now has to play longer passes to another defense that is already sitting. That's what I mean about Pirates. It feels like all of the Pirates players don't want to interact with the game. They just want to be the ones that finish at the end. They want to be the guys that put the ball into the net, and that's making them wait instead of having that movement that Pirates normally has, you know, having that fluidity, right? They're putting the defense into some really, really, really tough situations on their own. And I don't know how successful that's going to be, man. I don't know how successful that's going to be in this game. And maybe that's why you don't start Apolis. I don't want to say he's wrong or he's a bad player. It just feels like when Apolis comes on, they stopped doing what Pirates normally does, and you know they're trying to play a different football, which is fine. But if Apolis doesn't take it upon himself to go fetch the ball, no one else fetches the ball. Nabos Bilibili Laba, they're going to be waiting up top, waiting for that ball. So we'll see how that's going to pan out. We are 67 minutes in. Please feel free to request if you want to request. I'll give you a minute or two to just tell me what you're thinking, and we'll go from there. Oh, this is what they need to watch out for. Oh, look at Hoto. Yes, Hoto. Muremi. Shoot a polo. Evanna. Your PSL players are selfish. Oh, Bogazi. Yeah, wait, Bogazi. You're even falling, Chief. Okay, but he got the ball. He got the ball. He got the ball. All Pirates can hope for is that, okay, Hoto's still up. All Pirates can hope for is that Siwelele gets reckless in defense. And what they need to do is to catch them on transition. That is the only thing that you're going to do here, if we're being 100% honest. But those in the comments, please tell me, please let me know, what do you guys think the score is going to be here? What do you guys think can happen? Oh. Nice one, Siema. Okay, hey, Siema. What happened now? Come on, Kabileng Mutu. Siema. Ref, play on. My referee linesman, play on, man. Lulu says players sometimes can be selfish. You know what, Lulu? I'm starting to believe that it's not selfish. It's just that, again, they haven't been taught or developed in order for them to be able to do something different. So we were speaking in the last Pirates game, we were speaking about the wingers and how South African wingers are not taught, I don't believe, they're not taught to make the pass. They're not taught to make the cross. They're taught that I need to go score. So the option of the pass is not even there for them. Right? And even if they do try it, sometimes they just don't know how to put the ball. Like, for example, Mfukeng. Mfukeng is a good player. But if you look at just in the first half, the moment where he was playing that ball with the left hand, the left foot in, he was trying to play someone in. I forgot who it was. He overcooked it in Jay. They're not used to doing those things. They're not asked to do those things. So when they get into those positions, it's not even an option, guys. It's not even an option. It doesn't. When something is not even something that is even on the tip of your tongue, the top of your mind, you're just trying to do the thing that you're finishing off with. Siwelele in this game, Siwelele could have had a bunch of great places, but now it's not ingrained in him to go look up. Remember, I said before that there's only a few players in the PSL that pass, that can wait to pass, that can make a right decision. Apolis is one of them for me. Become great players. Both Young, Bozajmovic, those type of players are really good at making a final decision, a final third decision. They're very good at that, right? Because you can tell that they were developed a bit differently. So yeah, that's how I feel about all of them. Mfukeng is showing that right now, that if you take away the attack, if you force him to go wide, if you do those type of things, he doesn't have another tactic, strategy. Keep a game in. If plan A doesn't work, I'm not plan B or plan C or plan whatever, you know? But anyway. First bad tackle by Mbogazi, it's a yellow card, but Siwelele got away with so many. No, Konyane should have been off. Konyane should have had a red card. Sahil is cooking TLB. Do we even have a guide on how to develop players per position? And they say, no, we don't. It's natural ability. Like I said in the example I used, if there's 10 things, natural ability will give you 5. And you'll look great, but you'll look great in one situation. And if that situation is not there, people start learning about you, then that situation will never come and we won't see you again. You need to start adding the other things, you know. Bogazi is a great... Trapper ball. Guys, they don't speak. Ball is dropping inside the box. Where are you headering it to? I love a professional player. I love a professional player. Is that a professional player? The ball is... Yeah. Anyway, we focus on natural ability in SA. In Nand, for example, Mbogazi is a great defender. But now you have to teach him non-physical defending. Right? I win. Now wasted time. Play the ball. Yo, I'm a player with you guys. What is wrong, guys? Why is it Motu doesn't want to, it's Ohizu. Actually, no, never mind. It's Ohizu. I can't expect anything more. He does that all the time. But you get what I'm saying? those are the chances that you speak about, where it's like you've beaten your man, you beat him again, you beat him again, and by the time you want to play the past, kuvalekile. They've been waiting. They're just waiting. And then when now you're busy doing tricks and styles instead of taking the shot. In the English Prem, that chance by Ohizu, he takes the shot earlier, he scores it, or at the very least it's on target. Now he's backed himself into a corner, he's trying to do something crazy. Anyway. The University TLP, we need to go to CSIROT, get money for research and write a book. Guys, contributors will make a book. Professional players, we expect Bafana to do well. Siwelele is stressed. No, it's everything. I think it's a frustration that I have with most of the players in the league, most of the teams in the league. Like, there's so many great chances that they can get, right? Like, for example, Makgopa played that ball from the right-hand side. What I'm expecting to happen halftime is an analyst to say, hey man, that ball that you played, what if we try and put ourselves in a situation where we play that ball 2 or 3 times? We had the game previously at Pirates where Makgopa was in acres of space. Moremi looks down instead of passing. Siwelele looks down instead of passing. By the time they want to pass, the whole defense is recovered. Everybody's recovered. So Bogazi is not performing. Oche, bayiqeda TLP namhlanje. Baqonde ngoba bafana. Hayi Prince. Ilo malume Kutsore, maybe TLP man. Nentombi. Hayi Hoto turn boy. Who did I say can find the pass? Who did I say can find the pass? Like on YouTube, you can rewind. Who did I say can find the pass in the country? Who was one of the few players that can find the proper pass and make the proper decision? A police. There you go. That was the chance. Oh. Here, Pirates. Pirates will win. It's all about endurance. It is about endurance. Siwelele is actually pushing a lot of players forward. And I think once they start doing that, they're going to open up a little bit too much. See? A police. I'll tell you in Tom because. Ubonimbali. Ubonimbali goal. Okay, let's see. Why would you take him off? Marasie malewena. Marasie. Mara coach, mkocha nawetsa. Or does he want to finish TLP off? Is that the idea here? Good wapu musaile dale hluba Prince. The goalkeeper Siwelele uyasebenza. Usebenzile man. What akapheli guys? There's what 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Okay, here we go. Siwelele getting fouled there by Magaman. Hey, Pela Magaman has been doing the sole job there in the 6. Tyler, it's not me. It's Malume Kuto. Look at where Apolis picks up the ball. Now watch. Where option pass back. Where are the options? Long ball. Siwelele wins it back. Oh, well done, Hoto. You can see it, guys. Like, this is frustrating, man. This whole thing is frustrating. Agent.
OT.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alive. So, is this not giving you shades of golden arrows? where the coach, why are you making these changes? You are on
Yeah,
top.
it doesn't make
Saile,
sense.
like Saile is cooking burgers. I'll talk about myself. I've never seen someone making burgers this drunk. You know, why are you taking him out?
Yeah.
Yes, he's missing chances, but he's dangerous.
Mm,
You know, and
mm.
you're bringing in players at a critical time. Remember Pirates and Cubs, last 3 minutes, they're dangerous.
Yeah.
As Sundowns, they'll tell you many times. So we are bringing in a relatively new player who is new into the league. Can he handle the pressure? You know, and you're on top. Why are you making
Yeah.
a change
In a cup game.
in a cup game?
Hey.
Like you have the momentum. You know, hey, yes, I don't get this CAF A and CAF Pro licenses. Maybe when you get them, we'll understand some of these things. But I have to say, I'm disappointed with that substitution. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
And I think this is something that I've been waiting to see purely as a football fan. How does Mbogazi react to this the following game? You know, it's fortunate that it's international break and everything, but I want to see him. Is he gonna have the same aura? Can he still maintain the same, you know, thing that he had? You know, so yeah, that will be interesting. Yeah, if he
Okay.
scores, it's not a good sub. No, it's too risky. It's too risky. I don't think looking on a balance of probability, it's a good sub. You know, but it's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Gustavo.
Agent running away there. Why is running away? I tell is getting cooked. Everyone wants a slice. Everyone wants a slice. Oh, he's wanted something. He was like, if Saile can do it, I'm gonna do it.
Mara guys, Chelsea hasn't been that bad, guys.
No, it hasn't been that bad, but it's a matter of what we always tell people that don't these players they make UTLP look good by trying to go on body shoves with him, trying to try outrun him, and you're outrunning, going on his right basically. That's where he's strongest. Just come inside. It's as simple as just coming inside. He'll be on the floor. It's guaranteed. Just try to roll him, go direct. Don't try to go on body shoves. You know. But yeah, interesting game. It's a very, very enjoyable game. You know, for a goalless game, it's very, very interesting. It's a fun game.
Mara Gustavo, ninanthandabo interesting be midfield. Labantu
No.
abalazi pali man.
It's not even about midfield OT. It's an open game. It's anybody's game, actually. It's anybody's game. Supersport can steal it, but I'm not sure because of the players they just removed. Abu Saile, so the momentum would not drop in attack for Supersport. You know, that's my worry from inside the Supersport because Orlando Pirates, they always have the men to pick it up. They always have the timing to pick it up. You know, they are used to playing these competitions. The more this game goes into extra time, the more it favors Orlando Pirates. You know, we did see against Stellenbosch, the same thing happened. The more as the game progresses, the more it will favor the stronger opposition, you know, which is the Orlando Pirates. And I don't believe a team like Siwelele would get a goal if Orlando Pirates scores first, you know. But interesting game overall,
Mara
yeah.
Gustavo, sihlezi sithi bo if they score labantu lapha phambili abalazi pali man. Both teams at the end of the day, lapha phambili guys.
Man, that's what happens, man, when you have you don't have quality of certain teams, you know, deadly poachers, if I can put it like that, good decision makers. Because now, if you look at this game, it was down to decision making and the composure.
Yeah.
All the opportunities that were received was down to decision and the composure.
Yeah.
You know, even going back to first half, down to composure. All the opportunities that were granted. Penalty, Mahopa's chance, Moremi's chance, looking at each chance Kasaile. Just be composed and just relax, calm down. You know, and make better passes when you get into the final third. Make passes that will lead to goal scoring opportunities. You know, that's what should have happened in this game. But let's see how it progresses. Let's see how it goes. It looks interesting, but Siwelele, man, could have stole this game. We are seeing a repeat of what we saw last time. They could have stole the game from Orlando Pirates. Hopefully, they don't live to regret it. But interesting. It's nice. Enjoy.
I want to bring in Tyler. Tyler, now I feel like we're letting Pirates off the hook here, man. Tyler.
No, I think Siema, we must give him his praise, guys. He has changed the tactics. That's why they decided to bring Mbule, because if you check in the middle of the park, they've got 3 players in the middle, and Mangaman is the difference with Siwelele. I think he's the one that's been keeping Pirates at bay. As you are saying, yeah, the difference, is those guys up front. They are rushing decisions, no composure. I agree with the previous speaker. They're going to the second half. I don't know why he took out Police. I think maybe he was tired, but he got it wrong there. He was supposed to put him at this time, because they're going to extra time by the look of things. The game is open. You needed Police at this time. You needed Mbule and Police at this time. Where is Mbata? Why is he not playing? Because you need those players right now, right? Players that will keep the ball, composure. You've got Mabasa that can spray those passes, true passes, and Mabasa is deadly. It's not like a Mahopa who's all over the show. You need a striker now, that because if you watch that back four, it's not moving, that back four. So you need a striker that's going to be there. Whenever you cross the ball, he's there. He's going to move them. So he got it wrong, man. Coach Apares, the tactics and his bench, he got it wrong as compared to other games. And he's to be blamed for this match. Or if they lose it, he's to be blamed. Thanks.
Oh, Mara, there was a missed penalty, Tyler. Missed penalty, Moremi missed something. How can it be his fault fully, man? What do about?
No, his plan when OT was to steal it first half, right? Hence the introduction of Ulendoka, Apolis, because he knows when you have Apolis, you are bound to have a free kick, you are bound to have a in front of the goals, and we have Mahopa as well. You are bound to have those balls, hence those opportunities. But as the match progresses, you could tell that the plan didn't go accordingly. So what happened when the plan don't go as you have planned? You need to have plan B. Where are those players? Where is Mbata? Where is Dlamini? You need intellect now in this game, because they've managed to match you now. Their plan, as Siwelele, have worked, of putting players behind the ball. You didn't score. Whether you had opportunities or not. What happened then if we don't score? What is your plan? You see, they almost score.
Oh! Yes! Yo! Jeez!
Who score?
Yo! Yeah, jeez!
Ngikhona ngiphakathi kwendawo inside. Aqedani lapho sithi.
Yo. Ah! What a goal! What a goal! Oh, what a goal! And he's wanted to do something similar to this. If you remember the Bafana game, there was a moment where he did this. What a goal! Jeez! Oh, Tilala feel like on. Tyler, for time, I'm gonna let Sinje come in. 87 minutes. Pirates has taken the lead through a wonder goal. That goal, probably goal of the season.
That is a goal.
Yes.
That is a goal.
You must take away what you said about him. That woman has worked wonders now.
She died. She's in hospital right now. She's in hospital wherever she is.
That is a lovely goal. Unfortunately, Miss Mamuref But yeah, let's not take away this moment from Mbogazi. That's a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
I don't see Siwelele coming back from this one. I think it's game over. They just before this goal, they missed a golden opportunity. They missed a golden opportunity. They missed it. I think now they're being punished. Now the football gods are just punishing them. Other than that, well done, Mapakania. Zimnyama ngenkani ezagebhula umhlaba kamasipalati. Umasipalati engavuni. Otherwise, Makaman is would have been my man of the match for this game. He pulled out an amazing performance. Playing what's his former Orlando Pirates player, and then went to Super Sport as a 10, is also from Siyama's side. I don't see it working. Pule. Vincent, I don't see him playing Vincent Pule as a 10. Other than that, beautiful game. This guy that is playing number 6 from Siwelele, it's good to see him back. Beautiful to see these players moving on. I'm a Pakania, well done. Beautiful goal, Bambogas. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Velile Umbogaza shy goal ngibona nama tournament logo ayahlepuka lapha usiwelele.
Hayi mntaka kodwa ngishilo nje ngathi ichorus le bebhizi icula le choir bebhizi icule kaMbokazi ukuthi uyalokhu njaniwe. I've said it good. He's a defender. He's a footballer. Some of the chances he'll get them right, some of them will get wrong. He'll only lost three battles that he faced, even the last one I lokunjani. Nale bathulele phansi uyiwinile. That player didn't pass. But because kunabantu ababukele bafuna mistake, you'll never congratulate 10 best things or criticize they want so sikujwayele lokho. Asinandaba. And secondly futhi uzubona abantu bakhona bakwata busy bathi uSiwelele uCMA had a great plan nan. If it was Pirates playing like that, kube kuthiwa iPirates dlala udoti, the coach is defensive nan. If it was Pirates playing like this, inkqubo izotturn around. But just because ngoba sayasibukela nama-man isikhathi esiningi ibhola, abantu ababukele ngehlo lokuminya angeke sikhathazeke. We are cooking. We are going to the next round. Sikhona la. But as I've said, I'm not happy with the refereeing. Yeah. It was poor. The refereeing was poor here today because and sometimes I always say with some referee decision they affect a game because you let players get away with certain fouls that can change the game. There was no way that guy was still in the field at Patna when Basbam keep. And then you got consistent. You've got Pirate players on their first challenge, they get cards. But you've got players who have tackled 4 or 5 players. In 5 seconds, they didn't get cards. So it's sometimes when you complain about the referee, it seems like we are biased. But the referees are always affecting the match's decision when it comes to PSL games. And it comes to a stop. Please, this match should have been wrapped up long time ago. But just because there's someone who's always saying take the decision that are going to affect the game, but it was on the wrong note. Success Godini manje Godini is on fire. Mbule man. Oza man. Boy.
Monga cheki phone ga.
We are Master Chef.
Oh ndoda. Master Chef. Monga cheki phone ga Mbokazi khona manje. Bamlahlile, but it's okay. Let me go to Egypt. Hey, Mbokazi was let go, guys. Mbokazi was dumped. That's why all of a sudden his phone right now is saying that. Agent.
Hey, Mr. Uti. Should we take the title of best analyst in the country? No, man. I think. Where do we start? Maybe where we ended the conversation.
No. Saile coming off gave Mbokazi that space.
Exactly. You know, like football. You know what? It's not random, eh? I think maybe the mistake that we make is to think that football is random. Is 22 men running behind one ball.
Yeah.
No. There's patterns and there's trends. what is the pattern when Pirates is playing? The last 10 minutes, they are dangerous in a cup game. What is the trend when you are on the up as a young,
A smaller
as
team.
a small team? Don't change it. Don't try and be clever. Whatever you, whether it worked by accident or what, don't try and accelerate more. You are doing well. Stay there. Hence, we gave a reference of Golden Arrows. Is it Golden Arrows? Or which team it was?
Yeah,
You know, where once they changed, they lost the momentum. You know, what kind of
You
reason with
don't
Pirates?
even have to go that far. Stellenbosch, same
Stellenbosch,
Sundays.
same thing. What is the common trend with Pirates? In cup games, who wins it for them? A random guy you'll never expect. You know, who won them M10-8? It was Siwelele, and then he went.
Yeah.
Who's winning them this game? Bogas. Who would have thought Bogas would be the winner? You know, who's gonna score the win? You know, so there is trends in football. It's not random at all. You know, so I think another trend that we see with Pirates is once they score one goal, 2, 3, 4 are coming. You can see that up. That is up. You always say once Orlando starts buzzing, they get in the mood. They become extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think the coach has this one on his hands. I think he lost it himself. You know. But this is what you call a championship mentality.
Yeah.
This is what we call CAF experience. It doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win it. You know, and maybe let's take a moment and appreciate. Before I go to appreciating, when Pirates lost the first 2 games, what did we say about the coach? You know, sometimes you must shine. You must shine sometimes. You know, I told them, even when they won the first game, I said, I don't see the difference between this team and the other team. Pirates, once they catch the fire, they're on fire. You know, you can't stop them once they catch the fire. And I think maybe you must look for an alternative phrase or a synonym of Pirates is the most dangerous team in PSL. Maybe you need to look for an alternative so that they can understand it. But yeah, congrats to Pirates. I think they deserve it. I can't say Siwelele deserves it. I don't think they deserve anything.
No.
Looking at the fact that they played and how many chances they missed, they don't deserve anything. If you miss chances, that's what you deserve. You know. So yeah, I think Pirates did well. And I think in closing, I said something when I left. How does Umbogas react to setback? And this is how he reacts. This shows growth for me. You know, the moment that you can go down and you're able to pick yourself up and have the confidence to take that ball there, it shows that his confidence was not bumped by losing battles today for the first time. So yeah, man, I love it for the boy. And for once, he deserves man of the match, not those lodges ones. So, but you're not the character, Mr. Mutikucho. Thank you.
No, guys, the game is over. Pirates has won. I'm going to go to the last 3 people, then I'm going to close it. We'll be back again at 8 p.m. for Mamelodi Sundowns, and I'll have my thoughts out hopefully by that time on YouTube. But yeah, we're going to be back again at 8 o'clock. So if you're here for the first time, follow and welcome. Let me go to Tiro. Tiro, 1-0, Bab.
Champ, how are you?
I'm good, champ.
No, it's good to see you, champ, man. Happy belated, champ. Happy belated, champ.
Thank you.
No, I see. No, it's good. No, just to sum it up for me, 2 teams, 2 tactics, 11 players, 22 players outsmarting, outplaying each other on the field. Again, I beg to differ. I mean, enzeni Mfana, if he's closed, if he's heavily marked, enzeni. Yes, we can question his decisions sometimes, you know, we can question certain things, but then what must he do? Because he also needs to develop beyond him playing his natural positions. To make it even worse, there's players that are coming in to take those positions that he is good at. So what must happen? Must he stay on the bench?
I think for me, I don't think he's mastered his position. And that's why him not having other answers and other ways shows you that maybe khona la shota khona in his position that he has, and to then ask him to go from there to learn how to play another position on top of, I think in terms of development, it kills him a little. That agaye mastarile, guti mabakvalile, what do you do now? You get what I mean? Well, okay, you can no longer look at your man face to face. How do you play with your back towards him?
Yeah.
How do you drop back? How do you play around? How do you drop? You get what I mean? That's what I mean. That
but then,
I feel
but then do you then question his ability to play as a wing?
No, I don't question it. I'm saying that there's development.
Thank you very much. Then what is happening now isn't it a technical thing to say, Bona boy, maybe let's try and develop certain things about you by taking you to that same position. We are not saying you are bad at that wing position, but then we are trying to develop certain things, certain aspects, certain ways of seeing this football thing. Maybe Lapawuten, you might see what we want you to do.
Nim developer manje.
Or you might see where we want you to be.
Oh, nim developer manje. So you must start almost from scratch in 10. Is that a good thing?
Still developing because you can't blame Orlando Pirates for trying out, because it's not Orlando Pirates' fault. It's the system's fault. So what must Orlando Pirates do with this young man?
Who's the system?
Sonke Safa, development teams, sonke system, sonke. So as parents, they're part of the system. I'm not ruling them out, but I'm saying they are trying to find solutions to this boy. Unlike Bambege Pansi, because he's confident in Pansi, but it is Bege Pansi until you gain your confidence. Rather, boy, as Zamele in the meanwhile. I mean, the season is still long. Bafana, there's still all these cups, there's still all these games. You will always come back into your position because that is naturally yours. So we are trying out. The same as now, Siwelele. Why not the same question was Siwelele? Who's Namhlanje Upambili? Ksasa is back. Why not? The same as what they've done with Hoto.
No,
Hoto
because
used
of
to play
time.
as a now
because of
Segai
time.
defend.
Because of time. I think Siwelele is still new. Now it's going to even out at some point. He's not going to be able to do this for the whole season. It's going to even out. And me personally, take what somebody's good at naturally and build on top of what they're good at naturally. I don't think Rile's a bad player, like I said. I just think that, Abo Vini, Abo Lamil Lamal, Abo Zvanban, all they have over him really for me is that Abo Kylian Mbappe, they've got 2 or 3 other moves that Mofokeng doesn't have. And I'd much rather have Pirates focus on the 2 or 3 moves to make him world-class at that position than to move him into a place that he hasn't been playing up to this point, where he's going to be outshined by Abo Apolis. Nabo Apolis are outshining him, the other 10s that are in the country at that point, where he was already a standout player where he was. But for time, I want to let the Pirates guys celebrate. For time, we'll make it. We'll make it a show.
Celebrate his show, but then it's all good. So congratulations to all the Paralex.
I'll make it a normal show. I'll make it a normal show. I happy we're going to the internet. I'll make it a normal show. We'll speak about development of players a little bit.
Congrats, Paganias. Congrats, Paganias. Asmog. Hey, Abuti.
Aseksele kancane sizophumelela aseksele kancane sizophumelela yasinoma ngenkana zikamakhepulesi mhlaba sipaza bhekisa phezulu phansi sigodini sikamamizela uyamemeza ezekhe phasi ketabu uthi mathambo hlanganani bopha happy people.
Dilala ukai malume Khutso. Dilala udampile Mbokazi half time man.
Hoy. Itshela awuthusayile maybe kuMbokazi phansi. Ugogo kwaMbokazi wathi ngeke ingane yami iwe kanje. What emsamo? Walayita impepho. Wathi vukani boMbokazi. La ingane ilimala eGauteng. Ngathi Dlozi nginika isikhathi wavele ehizu wathi mama kaMbokazi lethani isnave bantwana bami ngathi idlo zalinizwa. Yasukuma yonke imnambithi. Yasukuma yonke iKZN. Phakama amathonga bathi hayi ngomntanethu. Bathi hayi ngomntanethu. Yeah. Walwa balwile amathonga abaphansi abakaBombokazi bathi hayi ngomntanethu ikuzulu zamukunye. Angeke ufuna usenzelani umntanethu nimniki into enzima la iyamconfuse azi mina uthi ngibheka uMbokazi Mr uthi mina bengiyintwana eblind under 12 under 13 besho bathi hayi le ya overseas le ya kubhakaniya hey ngahlangana nalento yaphela icareer so ithe ngibona uMbokazi ngathi ha ntwana ungene ku PSL uyitshitshi boy so hamba nama musician so lahla umlilo TLB kanti nogogo kaMbokazi uyayibona lento le what sukumani bafethu bathi sukumani basukuma beka manje wenzani TLB ngalento yenzayo boy ikela ama night club uyike nalabo sisi and then Mr OC one day khona abantu abazoza la basitshela ukuthi TLB was not a good player basitshela ukuthi TLB was overrated into eniyenzayo ngorele nibukela half ibhola and I'm saying me not necessarily you how many times have we spoken here and said ilona idlala nga 10 players how many times have I said that ukuthi Pirates idlala nga 10 players and people are going to come and say it now because they have not been watching the actual game to say oh boy ushukile tiyeni itiyel khona vele but uboy ushukile tiyeni you understand Mr Uthi even I remember when people tried to downplay Tito's importance I kept going to that one video where Utito is fighting Uthi Pasan Urile in a specific way asimdlaliseni in a specific way hayi ngalendlela le eyama fans who are not thinking straight ukuthi relationship pain asim person in a specific way and then I came back and said guys actually we release in 8 I don't know if you remember that lento le bamshift bamise 16 asintwe ntsha dala uboy adlala khona lapha kuma junior tournaments 8 6 not necessarily 6 but 8 10 those creative positions in the middle now let me take you to the final how do we unlock Stellenbosch is it not Urile who unlocks Stellenbosch through pass keep umremi ayone kumabasi is it how do we unlock in what you call the team is Siwelele but unlock njani akusurile playing a sharp straight pass towards uMakgopa and he pass corner falling to Ulon so which game are we watching guys are we watching stats because if you're watching stats you won't see the boy right now he's taken over that Tito role that Tito was doing where you wouldn't see him stats you would see the hype you think it's hype but the people who are there know why they're screaming with Tito he's not assisting he's not scoring but the stadium is screaming with Tito because we saw with boy ulandele emuva wa keep it through ball kwaphumi assist kwaphumi goal he's not there kuma stats but we saw him so I'm just saying guys take caution to how we criticize these players because abaveli kuma stats.
I think
actually start the play.
I think the thing that I always say is that it's not just one thing that does whatever, right? So for example, I've always said Rile looked great last in the previous seasons when he was playing with Tito with the overload from Hoto, because that allowed him to look his man in the eyes a lot without being overwhelmed. For example, Utito sakhuluma ngaye ngathi Tito is going to be tough for him in this team because they're sort of phasing him out and not allowing him to do the things that he used to do. So that's why for me, my thing about Urile is that Urile is incredible when the game breaks down. The type of 8 and 10 that Rile plays is last 15-20 minutes when you are now playing back and forth. I always speak about the CRB game in Nomabas. I always speak about those things, that they look great in those moments. But for the growth of the player, I'd love him to go from being just Ishugela to being TNI. You know what I mean? And there's even profiles of personalities that you have to look at. Like Mbule and Apolis, I think have changed the personality balance of the Pirates. So it's asking differently of Relay, it's asking differently of Tito. So there are many factors, but Mina, I just want to see the kid be the best that he is. You know what I mean? Like
Let
I
me
want
ask,
him.
Mr. Oti.
Yeah.
Please allow me to ask. And I'm saying right now he is part of Ikiye, and people are finding it difficult to adjust their standards of rating him as Ushuyela, which is why they can't see the great work that he's doing. Let's talk about creative tens, not tens who play as forwards, tens who create a play as 16. Give me the benchmark in SA right now. Who's better than Orele in that position?
Apolis.
He's not a creative 10. Apolis is up there with the forwards. That's why I'm very concise with my question. I am saying
he drops into the he drops
but
into
he
the
doesn't
position.
have the constant responsibility. I am saying in that middle field, people who are playing deep with that trio, whether it's a 2, whether it's a 3, not people who are playing in the forwards.
That's not Relay though. That's not Relay. Relay doesn't play the Malume Kutsa the game.
Right now, that's where he is.
He only went back 3 times now in this game into that space. That's why I pointed to Apolis, because Apolis was the one who was fetching the ball there. I don't understand.
No, OT. Orele was playing as part of the 3. The other side was Umuremi. That's why I said
No. I'm saying
the other side was Umuremi and the other side was Apolis.
What was I complaining about the whole game? About Pirates? That there's nobody who's fetching the ball. It's only Apolis. And when Apolis doesn't fetch the ball, there's no link between the defense and the attack. That's why Nduli kept losing balls, because he didn't have help. Urile was part of the 4 up top who were waiting for the ball.
No, OT. Remember, that's why OT. We have to be clear about this. Hear me out. Will 3 a Pirates in the middle? There's a clear 6. There's a clear 8. There's a clear 10. Right now, we're now rating him as he's playing as an 8. There's Nemtangela who's responsible for the connection between the 8 and
he wasn't connecting.
And the 10.
Exactly.
So right now you're talking about Irolga Nemtangela.
No, check. So where was
Central. Urile was Central.
In the 4 up top. That's why I said Pirates today was waiting for the ball, because all of them would wait up top, and Relay didn't get the ball much. Malume Kutso.
No, it wasn't like that. But let me humor you and say, okay, let's go with that. From players who start in the middle, not players who drop into the middle, who have the capacity to cheat. From players who start in the middle, give me the benchmark in SA to say this is the most creative player. This is why we're saying Orele is not creative enough. At least 2.
I would have to put down De Jong as one of them. When he plays 10, not as false 9. De Jong for me is the benchmark for me personally. I don't know about others. I mentioned from last season was Zajmovic is another player that plays that one super well. I'd say those are the benchmark for me in terms of just playing that position. Everything running through them.
Are you likely to find De Jong and both Zajmovic in the box or around the 18 area? I mean the center line arc.
Yes, De Jong and Zajmovic, but then De Jong this season has changed to a false 9.
Exactly.
So he used to have 3 in front of him.
I wanted you to get that. They're more closer to the 9 than they are closer to the 6
so
or closer to the 8. So
Okay,
I'm saying when we're talking about players who operate as 16 or as grouping and even as a 10, who is the benchmark? Because the people you pointed out,
Really. Okay, wait. But what's the benchmark? Because this game, they didn't come. A goal didn't come from there. The previous games, the goals haven't come from there. So then, if he's the benchmark, is it
he's
he
not the
benchmark because he's good, or is it?
I'm saying we are criticizing him because there's a specific standard, right? So who is that standard that we look at in the PSL and say, wow, what a great 10 who connects a 16, who does that, and who joins and scores? I would De Jong and Zajmovic, but kept the boxing. But I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that argument or that conversation.
I'm asking you, but the thing is, now what I don't like about what you're doing is that you're making it seem as though Relay has been great in the 10 or in this grouping. He hasn't been great. Let's be honest.
No, I am not saying he was great. I am
exactly.
Saying,
No. I'm saying
I wanna
you're making
accept. OT,
No,
I want
check.
you to make it easy for me to
Uta.
accept that Urile is not doing well.
No,
I'm not saying you
check.
said that.
You're
Who
making
is
it.
that player who
Uta.
operates in that role and excels in SA?
We want Relay then to be that player. So if Relay comes in, he must then be a Ribeiro. That's the level. So if he's not that, you can't now say
Ribeiro was not part of the
that he
three,
doesn't.
OT.
But
Ribeiro was
check.
never in the middle. Ribeiro was cheating as part of the front three with the luxury of coming in, which is what Relay was doing last season.
But
I am
Relay
saying from
doesn't.
players
Relay
who
play.
start
Whoa,
in the
Malume
middle.
Kuto.
My
But
question is very concise. I'm going to die on this hill. From players who start in the middle.
Listen to what I'm saying. Fine, let's go with yours. I'm going to go with yours. When you say he's the most creative, what are you basing it on? Because whoa. You said he's okay, one of the most creative. You said he's one of the most creative. There isn't a player better. So now I'm asking you. Let's whoa, Malume
Guys,
Kuto.
if OT is misquoting me, just say no. I
Malume
never said
Kuto.
that.
Malume
I
Kuto,
said,
wait.
who is that player?
Cool. Let's say there isn't one. I'm asking you now. I'm going to go with what you are saying. Now, if Relay is then good in that position, or what you're saying that, okay, he should be one of the best or should be considered one of, cool. I'm asking you, what output has come from him being there?
I can give you 2 clear points. I can give you straight. I can give you the Marumo Galant's goal, and I can give you the Kana King, the cup winning performance that he Kana King displayed against Stellis. That sharp pass that he plays to Umuremi right from the middle when Umuremi is running from the wing.
So it's one pass. So if
It's
another
two.
player, or two players, so if two passes, if I can point to Sales, who's got 2 from being in the 3 in the midfield, or 3 or 4, Bonuno Santos, am I now saying that those guys are great or really good or should be the top? Or is there still a space where they should get better because it doesn't run through them the whole game? I've always said Urile is a moments player. I would love him to move from being a moments player to being a control player, but that takes some development and that takes some teaching him, okay, magenza gala so, genza so, genza so, genza so. That's why I'm saying, Guti, let me say then, even if we go with your assertion, you haven't seen the kind of output that it sounds like you are saying it is. Sounds like. You get me?
Well,
so
I forgot. I think even in TS Galaxy, he had that assist. But OT, the only thing I wanted to point out was, oh, sorry. Sorry, TikTok Mafia. I didn't notice. I was getting a bit emotional. I just wanted to point out that we're rating him on something that doesn't really exist. He's breaking ground, but in you responding to me, in you responding to me, I think you've somehow brought up a candidate, right? That I can look at and be like, actually, that is a creative midfielder so far. I just don't have enough data in Ununo, Lower Sundowns. Someone who can actually create play from the middle. You touched on him in passing, but when I look at it, I'm like, that could be the guy. Because in SA, for the longest time, we have not had a 10 that plays with that responsibility of starting from straight immediately. I'm not talking about half nines. I'm not talking about wingers, half wingers, which is where Tembazwane excelled the most. When we saw Cardoso take Tembazwane, I too said he's setting him up for failure, taking him from the wing and putting him straight immediately and saying, from now to Shai Qatar. We all said Tembazwane's performance has dropped. Maybe, just because it's so far back that we had a great 10 who plays in the middle, we don't even know how to rate one.
I hear you. For time's sake, all I'm going to say is I think
we have a lot of time.
No. I need to do a review, guys. I need to get paid, guys. I'm sorry.
Shout out to you.
The reviews help. I need to rush there. That's why I leave early, so I can rush there and get views. And anyway, what I want to say is my issue, and sometimes when you speak about the players, even in the conversation we're having right now, my issue is, I think when we look at Aborile, or certain players, we are so quick to call them a great or good player or final product or up there or close to. And I'm seeing people here saying this 10 doesn't exist, and I'm seeing that you're saying about we don't match. My issue is not only do we not rate it, what we do is we rush to, no, he's the best 10 we have. And I'm like, whoa, now Sales Ukwana, for example. Sales is there. When you look at his games, we don't like the way he plays, but in terms of goals and assists, he's up there doing exactly what you're talking about, for example. And because we don't like him, we don't rate him there. But then my worry is that we're going to curb Rile's development here. And what I'm worried about is if Relay is really good at doing a thing, and that's what got him his best season, right? I would much rather you focus on making that thing better than now at 2021, asking him to now play another position where we can't rate it, where we have no game, we have no examples, everything you said right now. And then Jigi player 2 years from now, because he was playing that role now, he falls out. Similar to Utito. I said the same thing about Utito, that Utito, there's a specific role he plays for Pirates. And then when everybody started experimenting, remember the first day when they moved Relay inside, I said, Tito's going to die here. Tito's going to die. Tried to make him an 8, tried to make him a 6. Jigi, a year later, he's gone. Or he's not playing. So that's what my thing is, that I'm sitting here going, sometimes we're moving these players because I feel like there's an archetype of a player that we're trying to force instead of going, hey man, you're really good at the thing that you're doing. You're so good. Let's focus on making you that. So really, unfortunately, you used to play as Kupini back in the day or whatever, but where you've been incredibly effective and your best season came from the wing. What if we focus on making you Lamine Yamal, or we focus on making you Vini, or we focus on making you Mbappe, then trying to now take you and move you inside, which may delay whatever growth, whatever time, whatever, anything that you have. Now, Untanu Pumile today, he didn't really have an effect on the game as much as we're speaking. Pumile, he's been subbed a couple of times. The minutes are going down. The confidence, I don't know, maybe going down. And then now we sit back later on and we'll be like, yeah, it's because we tried to change him. You get me?
I hear you, right? I hear you. And I think it touches on reaction Gambogas, but obviously it's within minutes. Sorry, when we spoke about character, right? And there's something I'm thinking of that might affect Urele, guys. And I'm not saying this is a fact. There's someone who is sitting in the stands who I feel the Pirates needs to ban for Urele's sake. We love him, but he needs to minimize his visibility for Urele's sake. I'm talking about Umhaungkota. And
Yeah.
I think it triggers Urele the wrong way. And I think manje uzenge nange odi what enzima zazo. So I feel like it's somehow I can see it, I just can't prove it. You understand? There's somewhere I was going, but now I've lost track. There's a player who did what Relay did, moving from a Pirates wing to a 6 or an 8, right? And his most hyped season is on that wing, but his most impactful season in terms of his life is in that 10 type of 8 position. And that's Teko Modise. When he played for Pirates, he was playing out on the wing, but as a 10. When he went to Sundowns, he was playing in Eskupi. That was his responsibility. And that's where he got his biggest wins. That's where he got the league, and that's where he got the Champions League. So I'm saying, with Urele being this young, before he gets that hype too much, I think it's best that he moves into that 10.
But Teko had to leave Pirates in order to do that, because Pirates has a culture. So when he got to Sundowns, he got exposed to a different culture where he could change within the realms of that game, within the realms of the football Sundowns plays. Can he do that within Pirates?
It's not even about that, Mr. Uti.
No,
it's about you know why I'm saying it's not even about that?
Yeah.
Because we have Teko type profile players at Sundowns who did not play in that 6, who only just graduated. I'm talking about Mshishi Zwane, who I also had to tell people that Mshishi's playing on the wing, guys, which is why he's doing very well. But obviously, right now, he's also graduated into that 10 type of 6. Unfortunately for him, it's a bit too late. Mara,
That's my point.
Look.
That's my point. I don't want that for Rile, for example, where maybe if Tico left a bit earlier, I don't think it will happen at Pirates, personally. I think Rile will be replaced before he changes.
Don't talk about the leaving. The conversation is not about leaving.
No.
I see. No,
I'm
the
saying
conversation is about the evolution of a player
I
in terms
hear
of position.
you, but Tico's evolution only came when he went to Sundowns. He changed. He changed from Supersport Tico to Pirates Tico to Sundowns Tico. I'd understand you if you were saying it from the point of view of he can do it at Pirates. Also, that's the other question, that can Pirates facilitate that change? Have they shown it before? Or does he have to go to another club with a different philosophy where it makes it a little bit more conducive for the skills that he has? I'm not saying he must leave. Please don't make it. People are making it bad.
OT, the conversation is here, comment section. They all want a chance. But what I'm saying is, but sometimes we touch on these other examples and they have extras on them. But let's focus on Umshish. He's been at Sundowns, but he's making that move from that wide player who drops in and creates magic, because also 90 degrees, there's no one behind you when you're playing on the wing. So you don't need to look a lot. Once you go in, it's 360 now. You have people coming in from everywhere. When Mshishi went to the Club World Cup, even Sundowns fans were like, this is not the Mshishi we know. There is more responsibility once you are in the middle.
100%.
And also, the touches that you make. And when I'm Mr. Oti, you say winging. We are police. Upegana ne fullback. Upegana na le
100%.
Bayaksaba. You understand? A 16, a scooping, basic passer. Motual police are upegana ne batin. I don't no number 6. See as the striker, see Gudluza, let's express a John Mahupa. He has the 8 from the other side. Even that winger of Fuluk Press who's trying to impress the coach. Yes. So maybe your time on the ball is minimized because now pass up quicker.
Or maybe you're playing an overloaded midfield chameleon.
No, and you know what's beautiful about this? Is that really still a baby. He gets a chance. He gets a chance to grow into it. Unlike Umshish, who's getting injured because that position demands a lot.
But remember, even Umshishi, for him to play that role, there's an Alende Mokwena Kutsia Mudiba in midfield on top. So nalapo, it became that way because of a systematic change. Again, does Pirates have the ability to change and go into that as well?
Oh, okay. Mr. Oti, my point, Likamshish, is that he was also criticized. I am saying maybe, just maybe, my first question when I came here is who is this magical standard that we are using to rate a 10?
No.
Wait. Please, I beg. Who is that magical 10 that we use to rate these 10s that start in the middle? Which is why Namachita are criticized, and I'm not saying they criticize him unfairly. Okay, let me change criticize. Which is why Amachita were not as impressed by Umshishi playing in that 10. I feel like Rile is going through the same thing, whereby even if he creates 3 goals in the past 3 games, we still can't see it because we want that magic, that sugar from the wing. We can't see the secondary assist. We can't see the secondary passes. You see, they can't make up a repair. Repair plays on the wing, my friend.
No, wait. But this is what I want to say. But in you saying that, I hope you realize that you're also setting up to imply that he is currently the standard and we should be rating from him. I'm saying, no. The implication.
That is a horrible interpretation of what I just said.
No. I said the implication is because there is no player to rate him on. 1, your rating is wrong. 2, he's probably better than what you're saying. And 3, he's probably the top. Because that's the implication of what you're saying. And that's what I'm fighting. That you can't say automatically that Rile is doing good or great. And then on my point, you say, because the thing doesn't exist. You get me? That's what I'm saying. Also, when you're on a fine line of an implication, and that's what I'm fighting against with Pirates fans who come out and they say Relay is best in the 10, and it's like, sure, maybe he's best in the 10, but does that mean that he's performing to a high level in the 10? Then you'll come back and you'll say there isn't a player that exists of that. Then I'll say, yeah, but then let's look at the games and look at the outputs and look at all of that stuff, and then we want him to be better. I don't want Relay to be the best 10 in the PSL. I don't want Bogazi to be the best defender in the PSL. I don't want any of the players. Uzwane, I would have loved him to be an international great, top of the line, world-class player. My point to start off this was, is this the right time to experiment there, put him through all of that stuff in a time when he's still developing certain other skills, and now you're throwing me in exactly what you're saying right now. He's getting subbed all the time, there's the Nkota noise, there's the whatever. I would prefer to say, you know what, fam, Tito Hoto, overload that right back, give him confidence, let him take on that guy, then usher him in through the Zwane wing to 10 road, the Lodge wing to 10 road, where he was going. Don't take him Nimhlabelapo for now. You get what I mean? At least have a plan of development of how you're going to get him there, or else you're exposing the boy to a lot of things right now. And I don't know what his confidence is like. I don't know what he's doing. But the best ever season of his was when he was doing a specific thing. Gradually move him in. I said it from last season when Tito was playing. At the moment Relay started making that move, curtains for Tito, and then they're going to bring in somebody who's going to then take a lot of responsibility. Our police is doing that right now. Luckily, Umbule, I don't know who to coach, doesn't rate him or whatever, but Umbule hasn't played that much. If not, I think Relay would be gone by now, or it'd be tough for him in that role.
Okay, sometimes we are flow, so I don't know which can I enter. But in passing, the coach did say why certain players are not playing and why specific players are not playing or are playing. If you listen to his interviews, I will say he spoke about sacrifice when he spoke about Umremi. I'll leave it there. But anyway,
what time, hey, man. This should be a show. I want to bring an agent because of
ngicela ufake novuyo namachita ayayifuna.
Guys, you guys have member privileges.
Ngisho some other time.
Yeah.
I think even during the Sundowns game, because usually it's like 57 people watching it.
Then you want the Sundowns fans to kill me. Hey, Malume Kutso. We'll make it a show next
Just when
week.
I'm coming to support you, I'm withdrawing my support with immediate effect.
You see?
No, man.
Don't forget, I said, maybe it's the best. Don't withdraw your support.
No, man. Let's do this, guys. I think you guys are missing each other on a very simple thing. It's very simple. Let me start with my opinion. My opinion is, and I think I've said this, I think I actually take the message in the group. I said, Urele Mofokeng plays like an old Messi, a 35, 34-year-old Messi. I'll keep repeating this because he comes in the moment, disappears, comes in the moment, and delivers that incision pass. Right? Now, as a winger, is that sustainable for the way Pirates play? Because I feel like Nkota is a typical Pirates winger. If Relay was playing that wing, cutting inside thing with Sundowns and coming and going, it will be fine. But with Pirates, they need explosive wingers. Hence, I've always said, for me, I would rather want Omofokeng to come in and be a 10. Right? And I think this is where Paris fans are missing you now. And this is where I depart with Paris fans. Because now I think I long called it as early as last season that I prefer Relay in the 10. Now, this is where there's a break between you guys. Umudiba on a left back, he's good. Inverting to midfield is good. But playing him as an 8, he gets exposed. Which is the point that Abutukus was making, that playing in the 10, in the middle, you need 360 mirrors, right? Now, this is where you guys miss each other. We cannot say that I just arrived and I'm the best ever. I just arrived. You can't say I'm the best ever. Urele Mofokeng is in the 10. We can't say he's the best 10 we have in the country. If you're saying he's the best creative player, the numbers are not showing that, right? There's going to be a time of adaptation where Orele Mofokeng is going to grow into that position and become the best 10 we have. Right now, we can say he's the best 10. This is why, for me, I depart with Orlando Pirates fans, because they want to say to us that he is the best 10 that we have in the country, right? And that's not the case. I don't think in terms of creativity, he's the best player we have in terms of creativity. Now, no, Abuti Kuzo, you are said by implication, give me anyone better than Orele Mofokeng. You are implying that he's the best ever.
Sorry, Uti, do this. I know we don't do this here.
Okay, yeah, no, I can allow, it's fine.
Agent.
Yes.
Give me that best player. Thank you.
You see, this is where you depart. Are you saying Orele Mofokeng is the best?
That's what.
No.
That's what you're implying.
No, I did not say that.
If that player doesn't exist, if that player doesn't exist, how do you rate Rile then?
Exactly. Then I'm saying, why are you rating him negatively? That's all. It's
why
not.
Are you rating him positively? Whoa, Agent, why are you rating him positively? Because the same thing goes to you.
Because I spoke about the impacts that exist that he's been making, that Utito also was making, from the very same impact that Tito was making to give us Nama secondary assists. People are failing to focus and zoom in on those. I am not saying. Can I just say this? Because I see you are willingly, when an agent, misinterpreting me. I am not saying, no, can everyone hear me out? I am not saying Rile is the best 10 in the country. That must be put on the table, clear. Any points?
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Who is the best 10 in the country? Who is the best 10 in the country?
I want the 200 million people on this live to hear that Abuti Kuzo is not saying.
That's fine. Who is the best in the country?
These guys don't even want me to say this. Okay.
No, do you know what it is, Madume Kuzo? You're doing that thing where you're taking a thing and interpreting it one way for your argument. But then when you ask you to interpret it the other way, you're fighting our argument of the thing versus what you. That's why I keep saying what you're implying is that thing doesn't exist. And now I'm asking you is, if that thing doesn't exist, does that automatically mean that Rile becomes good because he's shown some of the things? Does it automatically mean that, okay, then that guy is now, maybe not let's not say number one, that he's that excellent?
I think it's the guilt in you that's making you say these things, but it's fine.
No,
I'm joking.
Answer the question.
Nigga, be reactive guy, man.
Answer the question.
Okay, can I speak? You guys have been speaking. Can I speak? Can I speak? No,
Agent,
can I speak?
Agent,
okay.
Can I just say what I expect you guys to say? Urrile, for example, I would say he doesn't shoot enough. He delays shooting. In that position, you are supposed to be shooting. Yes, maybe there's no other 10 that shoot as much, but since you are there, I say boxing, shoot a boy. Then you are
okay. This is where I depart with you guys. Guys, how many games have we played this season that Rile is in that position for us to say he's good or bad? Now I'm on some. The guy will develop into that position. He will grow. I want him as a 10. I'm the first person to call him a 10. In this platform, before Paris fans jump on the bandwagon. Same with Hugo Bruce, but I'm not here to gloat. My thing is, he will develop into this position. He will learn the soft skills of shooting, of passing, of creating. He will learn that. And I'm willing to be patient with him because the way he plays, he's not an Nkota type of winger. He's not a silent type of winger. He's a special player that's able to create moments. And such kind of players usually play in the 10. Hence, I alone compare him with Messi, who's 35. I'm not saying he's the same as Messi, but I'm saying he plays like an old Messi, where he comes in moments. So for me, Rile will grow into this position of a 10 and will develop.
And I guess my point has always, I'm not saying that he's not a 10. My point was, sometimes you do the things that are frowned upon. So if sometimes there's a player who's a really good 6, then umfaka ku 7 one day, and you see that this kid is incredible. And sometimes, in order for somebody to develop into the best in the world, at times you might have to do something that people are not happy. Maybe going into the 10 is not going to make him world class. Maybe the wing thing that he already showed, tangible, everything. Tangible, every single thing we're speaking about was actually out there and tangible. Maybe you develop that and you let him become world class at that. My worry is twofold. Number one, Pirates is far better at creating a lodge than they are at creating a 10. So would it be easier for Mfukeng to go down the road of Abo Lodge, maybe even go down the road of Abo Tembazwane, where Tembazwane, as Malome Kuto said, he only found his thing the last few seasons, but he's been playing at a high level or whatever.
But Mr. Oti, can I ask you a question? A simple one.
Yeah.
A simple one, right, Oti, right? If you have a player, like I say, a Saling, a Lodge, you name them, right?
Yeah.
Those kind of speed wingers, right?
I think
and you have this one player.
I'm actually against that.
Let me do something, right?
Yeah.
No, let me do something, right? Pirates has always been dangerous on those flying wingers, right? You have the specific. Let me land, Uti. Let me land. There's a specific player who is very good, right? But he's good in moments, right? So why not play him in a position that demands moments? And rather play a police
just moments.
And he doesn't have the intelligence to play that role. He has the intelligence.
I don't know, agent. I'm not saying he doesn't or not.
Now I know he has the intelligence because he's seen it, you know. So hence I'm saying with me, it is up to the coach to say, can't I fit in Orele Mufokeng and a police in the same team?
And to bombard you.
No. Wait.
Bombard you on purpose.
Yeah.
Where did the best ever to play the game start? I'm talking about the atomic fly, El Punga Otomica, when he was wearing number 19 for Barcelona, or was it number 30? Which position was he playing and where?
He started on the wing.
And then where did he develop into the best ever?
When Barcelona changed its system completely, he then got into the 10.
That's the explanation of it.
No. But Malume Kuto, you can't.
I'm saying you're all right.
You can't not show your steps. What did I say to you? I said he could be the best 10. I even said, right before Agent spoke, I said, can Pirates develop that? Or does he have to make the move? You made the example of Tiko. Tiko had to leave in order to play that position. If he stayed at Pirates, he probably never goes into that position. Right or wrong?
You're probably right.
So then, is
putting it right. But I just need you to say, Uti, where did the king get his World Cup
Malume
crown?
Kuto, the starting and finishing, that's not what I'm against. Guys, please don't get me wrong.
I just need you to be honest enough.
No, changing positions, I don't mind. Malume Kuto, listen to what I'm saying. Malume Kuto, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I don't mind the changing of things, but the problem we do as South Africans with soccer in general, we think that it's just about taking the player and putting him there. I'm saying, my whole argument has been, it's two things. Number one, if a player is really good, right, tangibly super good, all of his best years where we all started looking at him came from a specific position, right? Sometimes, I don't know if it's the way with Rile, but sometimes you make that decision there to say, Ntwana, I know you want to play this side. We've had tons of players who wanted to play better. Some, Ntwana, Minangi 6. We literally spoke about Zwane now. To say Zwane, maybe in your heart of hearts, in whatever, in your stats, whatever, you play great as a 6. But unfortunately, when you're walking out onto that pitch, you look like a lesser player when you're playing there. But if I push you up to the 10, you might not like it, but you look great. And I'm saying, as great as Riles looked in the 10, according to you guys, he's looked way better on the wing. So maybe sometimes you say, since you've already got a shorter road, right? Number one, you've got a shorter road between you and being the best because already you've played at a high level here. Now we shorten it and we say, look, man, this is the road you have to go. You can be world class here. You might not like it or whatever. Everything you guys have said, even about the 90 degrees and all of that stuff, for me, I'm going, that's even a plus. That's a shortcut. That is really getting shortcutted then and going directly to wherever he needs to go because he doesn't have that responsibility. He can develop the other things far quicker and closer where he is. And then maybe he's not a Messi. Maybe he's a Yamal. Maybe he's not a this, maybe he's a that. I don't know. And then on the secondary part, on the wingers, the left wing and the right wing of Pirates are two completely different profiles of player. Right, so that's why I'm comparing Relay to a Lodge, where a Lodge exactly what Malume Kuto said, a Lodge where they weren't necessarily wingers, a Tembazwane, where they weren't necessarily wingers outright, but they weren't tens, and they
I disagree with anything, but yeah.
No, wait, and they thrived in that space where it was like, okay, if you want to go out right, you can. If you come in, you can. You don't have the responsibility of going inside, and you can be. That was Tico. That was Tico. That was Lodge, for example. They weren't speedy, just speed. The other side was always Nkota. Saleng didn't want to play the ball at all. He wanted to run in and score. He didn't care. Saleng, Nkota, Siwelele, same.
Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this for you? Sorry, can I do this, guys? He is saying that he needs to record something, right? So what I will do is, because I was supposed to come live I was going live at 7.
Go live at
so 6. I'll go live at 6:10,
yeah.
And then you guys can join me so that you can release him. But we must have a conversation with you because there's international break about this topic. But because people I can see that are having fire, I'll open at 6:10 and then we'll join.
Agents live.
Let's leave it like that. Yeah.
And then I'll be back at 8, hey guys. Anyway, guys, Pirates won. Pirates won. Another great performance from Pirates, I think, in the sense that I know it's a cup game and it's what they normally do, but I think Pirates is now putting together those consistency of games, consistency of these 1-0s, consistency of these things, where now it's stringing together. Calling knockout when Pirates played last year, it felt like a game where they just switched off, where they were like, it's calling. I don't know if maybe they didn't respect the tournament. I don't know. But the fact that now they've had a string of these things, this is the momentum. Now, the worry about Pirates, I guess, is that there comes a time when you have to, where you have to score. Like you have to play and score out in the open. You have to score the open play goals, because if the luck starts drying out, not the luck, but if the winning goals coming from random people starts drying up. What did I say about Pirates last season? One of Pirates' great strengths was that when a player was needed to get up and score a random goal, if they were needed for a ball to bobble in the box and score, they could do it. The problem is that the longer you go in the season, what happened with Pirates is that those started drying up. And then at the end of the season, when now you need to back it up with everything, it's a little bit tough, right? I remember Abo Hoto scoring, Abo Makaula scoring, and the games where they should have gone on to win those games, or the points they were losing, was maybe points you want open play goals from, where you want open play opportunities, where you need to score more of those, right? Instead of always having it be somebody pop up. But that's to see. We don't know what they're going to see. All I know is that up to this point, those Tuesday games where they struggled and they needed somebody to pop up, they would pop up. The moments where they've struggled, where they needed something, somebody would jump in. Let's just hope they can stretch it longer than they did last season, where they struggled a little bit with that. But guys, anyway, guys, I'm going to be back at 8 o'clock for Mamelodi Sundowns' game. Bye, everyone. Wait, hang on. You always focus on the negatives. Guys. Hey, okay. When people were talking about Wadu, who said that guys? Agent Tumbo, he also said it. When people were talking negative about Pirates and all of the stuff, who was the one who was here? Guys. Lilo na la rata le tantwele alo. Guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys at 8. Pirates, the most dangerous team in the league. No, OT. How can you say that? Yes, Sundowns. How? Alright, guys. Okay, guys. Sharp. Yeah.